Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an actual monkey in the morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and damn, did I sleep a lot last night. About 2 o'clock in the morning when I usually do the show, I was like, I can't. I just can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this without yawning through the whole thing. So I was like, you know what? I'll go to bed. I'll wake up early. We'll do a very early morning late monkey in the morning. And I woke up when Lady Monkey came into the bedroom to get changed, and I look over at the clock, and it's 11. Like, whoa, well, almost 11 because it's just 11 now. Dax, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Say hi to the nice people.
They're nice people?
They are nice people. They're here watching.
Oh, well then, hi, nice people.
Hi, nice people. I was just explaining to them why this is so late. We're like 9 hours past when we normally do this. But yeah, man, I was just tired as fuck last night and crawled into bed, watched about half an episode of Married with Children, and don't remember anything after that.
Mhm.
This is Kyle said, adulting class. We'll get to that in a few moments, absolutely. Because it's just such a sign of the times. Such a sign of the times. Kingslayer Damocles, holy shit, I get to catch a monkey in the morning live and not at work. Yeah, they move around from time to time. Depends on whether or not I need sleep, which a lot of the times I don't. Man, that is a long time for me to have slept last night, man. I'm streaming when the sun is up. Like, look, I stream all over the place. You can't act shocked like I never do this. I mean, because that just shows me you don't pay attention to me, and that hurts my very fragile ego. Dragon. So yeah, let's dig into the adulting classes, shall we? Because that's just it's sad. It's sad, is what it is. This comes to us from the New York Post. Baror, you just did that because you know I can't pronounce your damn name. He likes to make me pronounce his name because he knows I fuck it up every time. I don't think I've said it the same way twice, though. And that's impressive because I've said his name a lot. Fed up parents are sending their teens to adulting class. Fucking adulting class.
I want to know what's in this adulting class.
Well, I'm glad you asked. Parents are so fed up with their teens' lack of everyday skills that they are sending them to an adulting class. Thank you, Chicago Mike. Here, monkey, get some coffee and donuts. I don't drink coffee, but I'll get myself some milk and donuts. How about that? Space Sugar, Corey, Pumpkin. Oh, my goodness. For those of you new to the show, don't worry, I don't have Tourette's. High school students from Kentucky learned how to pay their bills, cook for themselves, change tires, and interact with officers during traffic stops as part of an adulting conference held at Bullitt Central High School in Shepherdsville late last year, People reported. My mouth still hasn't woken up. Sorry, guys. Here's the sad thing about this as I was reading it. Paying their bills, cook for themselves, changing time. These are all things your parents should teach you. Negrasol. And if not, I mean, we used to have home ec. We used to have shop class, things like that. That taught kids how to do this. And now you have to have an actual special conference that they call people in. Now, I do like the addition of how to talk to police at a traffic stop. Kind of a douche is your kid that they don't know how to do that. Just, be polite and answer questions and give them your ID when they ask for it. If you're a woman, show a little titty. You might get you out of the stop. I wonder if they teach them that. You think they teach the girls, hey, if you really want out of it, just start crying or show a little titty. Now, that doesn't mean nipple, ladies. Just more cleavage. That's real advice from your Uncle Monkey. Don't call me Uncle Monkey. That's creepy. I'm not like Uncle Joe. Did you hear Uncle Joe's in trouble for kissing the back of a woman's head?
Aww.
He slow kissed the back of her head. Not the back of her neck, the back of her head. And we'll get to that in a bit. Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. AKA shit the parents sending them there should have taught them. Yeah, most of it. The cooking one, I don't know. For me, it's always been, hey, come here. I'm going to show you how to do this so that when you go out into the real world, you can at least make yourself some boiled water and the kind of foods that you can stick in boiling water. You know what I mean?
There's no such thing.
Yeah, things like ramen.
That doesn't exist.
It does. And what also bothers me about that is, we got rid of important classes like home ec that they teach people things. But, anyway. Christy Harden, director of BCHS Family Resource and Youth Center, told Wave in December she organized the event after parents expressed their grievances about their millennial children on social media. They got told on social media.
Uh-huh.
I think the idea occurred to me originally. I saw a Facebook post that parents passed around saying they needed a class in high school on taxes and cooking. Did you take home ec in school?
Yeah, for a little while, at least in middle school.
They teach you how to cook and stuff?
They teach you the basics. I did take a cooking class in high school, but I was so good at it, I got to exempt out of it.
Well, mom taught me how to cook. I've said this before. Mom's theory was, and this is a quote: "I don't want you to have to rely on any damn women," which good for mom. But then I took home ec where I also learned to sew. I can sew pretty well.
Good.
Because these were life skills you kind of needed, just in case. But yeah, they used to have this thing. I mean, home ec. What the hell? Quote, our kids can get that, but they have to choose it. And adulting day, that's what they call this, adulting day, was a day they could pick and choose pieces they didn't feel like they had gotten so far. Now, a lot of people, because I shared this on the Twitter when I first read this story, I think yesterday. This is the picture. This must be part of the cop class. I hope it's not the cooking class. But do you see this girl back here in the blanket?
Is that a Snuggie?
I don't know if it's an actual Snuggie, but she's all wrapped up like it's one.
Arrest her for bad taste.
Look, if you go to adulting day, you don't sit there in your fucking Snuggie in the back of the room. No, sit the fuck up and somebody should have slapped these kids as they came in.
Yeah,
not
definitely.
all of them, just the ones who brought their fucking blankies with them. Don't worry, I wouldn't want a man to slap her. It would be a woman slapping the female students. So it's not bad. You know what I don't notice in that class? Any place for them to do role playing? They should have like a fake car here for him to be standing over. Because it's a different experience when they're standing over you. They got their hand on their little gun. He's talking all nice to them. My dad taught me to do taxes. My mom taught me manners. And my paternal grandmother taught me how to cook. Cool. I bet one of them brought Pebbles. Pebbles, you're too good for this world. Why does it matter if she's in a Snuggie? Because she's a grown-ass. This is adulting class. And when you're an adult, you don't go out into public in your goddamn Snuggie. Unless you're a homeless person and that's the only outfit you have.
Yeah, it's something you don't do. That's for at home when you're sitting on the couch.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau in 2015, 34% of Americans between 18 and 34 still lived with a parent compared to 26% who lived at home in 2005. So it's jumped like 9% in 10 years. And you know what? I don't really have a problem with that. If that's your family, but don't let them still be children. That's the problem. It's not them living at home. It's that they live at home and you cook all their food. You do everything for them. They don't have to become adults at any point.
Common Sense Mom Rent says, looks more like a blanket. If that classroom is cold, then I kind of get it. Here's a thought. Sweater, maybe?
Yeah.
No offense. But, I can see heavier clothing being the answer, not a goddamn Snuggie.
Not a blanket. No. You know what? when my last job I had before I got crippled, um, I saw tons of people do this, and it wasn't really cold in that place, but I mean, whatever. But they would like they'd have blankets and pillows, and it was like, do you realize you're at a job? Like you say, what's wrong with a sweater? What's wrong with I don't know, not acting like you're a kid watching cartoons in the early morning? The home economics class I had taught us how to sew, basic repair things in the home, cooking, including grilling and childcare. Oh yeah, we had a childcare class. It was part of our sex ed actually.
Lucky they taught you to grill. They never taught us that. But I
They
had
didn't
a
teach us
dad, so
grilling. You know what they taught us how to make? Stir fry.
also
That
lucky.
was, yeah. I mean, it's not real. It didn't transfer well to other kinds of cooking. I feel bad for the people that's all they knew how to do. Because like stir fry is not the same as making a good steak or making spaghetti. Just throwing that out there. If you have a blanket on hand in case it's cold, then you're a child. Yeah, that's what we have jackets and warm clothing for. Anyway, yeah, it annoys me watching grown ass adults acting like fucking children. So yeah, we have I want to start my own adulting course, the Ranting Monkey Adulting course. It's gonna be it's a real short one, guys. You pay me $200. I kick you in the balls or the cooter, whichever you have, slap you and tell you to grow up. That's it. And that's a bargain for $200. Oh, Daxy.
Surprised anybody showed up to the class.
I'm not, because their parents made them. No, seriously. Look at this picture again. Hang on. Remember, least professional monkey on the internet. Look at all these kids sitting there with their arms folded like, fuck this guy. Do you see this?
He's a cop. Why should we have to talk to him at all?
Fuck this guy. Man, I should be playing Mario right now.
The other person who looks like they give a remote shit is one sitting in front.
This guy here?
No, the girl.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of leaning, but we can't see her face. Yeah, but everybody over there, they're like, I can't believe mom made me do this. I was supposed to go to the mall. We'll be short because we learn fast. Oh, look, yeah, learning to eat ramen is fast. Dragon Mage, thank you. Don't you know self-reliance is toxic masculinity? Scribbles, how you doing, man? Let me know if you want to come hang out. I'll have Daxy send you the link. The other thing I want to talk about right off, I didn't plan very much today. I was going to talk about this story last night, the one we just talked about, because how can you not? Pumpkin Trucker, thank you. Hate grown adults acting like children, so the DNC.
Yeah.
Ouch. And Johnny Hellcat, thank you. I had to learn to cook after the omelet that my dad made was so bad that the dog wouldn't touch it. My home ec class only taught sewing. Oh, cool. Well, at least you learned. Look, even if you learn to cook food badly, you're going to learn to cook just by life. Life is going to be like, if you want to eat, you're either going to have to eat only packaged stuff or learn to cook at least in a microwave. Oh, shit. I lost the other one that I wanted to talk about. There it is. This was brought up to us on Lords of the Night last night, and I had not seen it yet. But PETA is at it again. Uh-oh. Did my shit just freeze?
Uh-oh.
Let's try that again. There we go. Well, sometimes Chrome does that. If you try to share screen, it'll just freeze the fuck up. But anyway, here's this. This is a picture that they put out, and they said, this is what you're doing when you drink milk.
I saw that one.
I have long suspected that PETA is doing immoral things with animals. And if they, honest to God, think this is what you're doing when you drink milk, then they absolutely are. That's not how that's not how a cow's titty looks.
They don't have titties.
They don't have big old breasts like that. No.
They have something called an udder.
Yeah. Tom Green once drank straight from a cow.
That's a mistake.
But other than that, this is not what you're doing when you're drinking milk.
To be fair, Tom Green put a dead animal on him. I mean, he's not the best person to take advice from.
Exactly. But some of the way they talk, some of the way PETA, and especially because PETA is full-blown vegan these days, man. Connor, thank you. Have any of you been to Wisconsin? I think I've been through the tip.
Just a tip.
I can't remember. If I did, it was a long time ago.
Funny you say Wisconsin. I happen to live here.
Yeah, so he's never been there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's I was scrolling through PETA's feed because I'm like, okay, what other ridiculous shit? They're on a big anti-fishing kick right now. Where they remind us that fish can feel pain, so it's not good to eat them. Well, it's actually not good to hook them, but then you're not supposed to catch them in nets either. And then eventually you get to one of those don't eat fish. And I wonder how many people that are members of PETA have had sex with fish before.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pumpkin Trucker. PETA endorsing furries since 2019. I know, right? It's fucking weird. And look, if you want to, I don't want to say if you want to have sex with a cow, do it. If you want to have dreams of having sex with a cow, that's fine. But don't put your weird shit on us. To make this comparison work, what would honestly have to happen is you'd have to milk women, put it in a glass, dip cookies in it for it to even be close to the same thing. Lore Reloaded, thank you so much. I haven't been here in a month, and the first thing I see is a man sucking a cow's teat. Remember when I watched every monkey upload that responds to social justice stuff? The times are changing. Look, I didn't make this. I'm just I'm reporting on the news as I see it. This is news to me, Dax. I just sucking on a cow's titty. That's not what you're doing when you're drinking milk. Stop it. Stop it. Eating a steak is not biting a cow's ass. I mean, it is, but it's not biting a live cow's ass. I guess I gotta use the proper terminology. Did I just say that? Son of a bitch. In my defense, guys, I've only been up for half an hour. Dax, you ever sucked on a cow's titty?
Not to my recollection.
It was brought up last night on Lords of the Night that I talk about titties a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think we'd be talking about cow titties?
No, but knowing our luck, there's at least a 10% chance of that.
They didn't even do this properly. I mean, they could have drawn it where, it was, okay, humanize the cow so it's standing up or whatever, and its teats are more down on its stomach where it's supposed to be, and he's sucking it that way. Or, take Tom Green's actual picture of him fucking doing it. But no, you had to try to make a sexy cow with big old titties. Big old human titties. You're oh my God. Johnny Hellcat, thank you. Got to get ready for the funeral. # get dressed for Jesus. Oh, sorry to hear that. And Ragnar, thank you. # milk whammons. And Lore Reloaded. Didn't say it was bad, just different. I don't know how I feel, but I like it. Look, man. This show is not like, say, Lords of the Night. We go all over the place. Whatever catches my fancy as it, which is probably why titties is on here a lot. Because I fancy a titty or two.
There was something else on here the other night, but that had to be deleted.
I told you I woke up when Lady Monkey came in the room to get dressed, right?
You always do. You have radar whenever she's around and half nude.
Exactly. I got to see boobs first thing in the morning. That's a great way to start a day. Especially when they're your favorite boobs. And these absolutely are. Of all the boobs on the planet, the ones I'm allowed to play with are my favorite. That's not true. I like her boobs because they're beautiful, not just because she lets me play with them.
It helps, though.
Well, yeah, your toy is always the best toy.
And you don't share the best toys.
Jesus Christ. What are we even doing this morning?
I've been up for a while. I have no idea what's going on.
Apparently, Lori Loughlin is really stressed ahead of her court date.
Oh. I feel only slightly bad for her.
I have no sympathy. Bitch, you broke the law to get your daughter into a school she didn't belong in.
Yeah, but she
Which
was cute on Full House, so that's why I feel slight sympathy.
she takes as a goddamn joke. There are people out there who would like to get into college so they can actually further their fucking lives. And your daughter's like, look, I got into college party.
She should have adopted me and sent me to college.
Yes. Fuck, man. I mean, okay, it's USC, so it's not really college, but just kidding, USC graduates, all of you who aren't listening. No, I mean, it's a good school. You can get a good education there. And her daughter's actually, I didn't even want to go here. I'm just here to party. I want to be an influencer. God, I want to be an influencer. I need titties to be an influencer, though. Did you see that? It was like a week ago. Some YouTube dude or some little star went in public, and somebody found out they were there, and there was a mass. Everybody went running at him.
No.
That's what I want to be. I want them to go, there's the cripple. Look. Yay. Oh, my God. Those are the kids who need adulting class, y'all. How not to behave in public. You know, that would be a really good class for people. How to behave in public. And I should get to decide it because I know everybody has different values, but like farting, picking, those kind of things don't belong in public. Being a jackass and breaking shit because somebody didn't give you your way, not a way to act in public. I'm just saying that I think as much as how about taking a blanket everywhere you go so you can snuggle up, not a way to act in public. Just throwing that out there. Anyway. Jesse Smollett already lost at NAACP Image Awards. What? How do we know this? Not that I care, but I don't know if you guys remember the other day. Jesse Smollett will not be a winner after all. The embattled Empire actor who sparked rumors he would be attending on Saturday when he flew out to Los Angeles this week lost out in his category the night before. Oh.
Poor guy.
Oh. So there you go. He didn't get it. Yeah, the president or somebody of the Image Awards was like, I hope Jesse wins. Like, you're a dick.
Yeah.
Why would you hope Jesse, of all people? I mean, this one Image Award? Really? I mean, could anybody right now have a worse image? And look, the thing is about, whether or not he's a good actor, which I don't know. I've never seen the fucker act other than his really fake crying on Good Morning America. Because that was bad, guys. If you haven't watched it, that was horrible acting. Him trying so hard to squeeze out a tear because it was so traumatizing. Like, what the? He was bad at that. So maybe with the director, he's a little bit better. I don't know, and that shouldn't go to it. But I mean, for you to be the president or whatever it was he is of the Image Awards, somebody who's really high up in the Image Awards. I forget who, guys. You know my memory. Anyway, to be like, I hope this asshole who just cost everybody a bunch of time and money and tried to stoke hate and fear, I hope he wins. Fuck you. Ragnar, thank you. I know way too many college kids that could use a class on how to take a fucking bath or how not to be afraid to touch water. Yes, there's another one. Bathe, motherfuckers. Bathe. If you're going into public, you don't have to put on perfume. You don't have to do much, but bathe. And probably deodorant, because some of y'all.
You know who you are.
Man. Let's see. What do we have going on here? Oh, Rolling Stones have postponed their tour under orders from Mick Jagger's doctor. Well, the man's like 100.
And he's had so much sex that I'm surprised his heart hasn't exploded.
Well, it's good for you. That's just fact. That's science. I was looking at, he's 75 years old. Let the man retire for fuck's sake. God damn.
Get them good scooters or something to get him out on stage.
If you enjoy doing what you're doing and you want to do it at 75, good for you. But Jesus Christ, Mick, you don't even look good. The Unfair Way. Trump is world's most notorious golf cheat, new book claims.
Oh, good for him.
Don't cheat at golf, man. You take your actual score. Who cares? The president has 2 scoops of ice cream. This is the shit that drives me nuts. The cast of 10 Things I Hate About You 20 years later. I like that movie.
I love that movie, and it always reminds me that he.
That what? Dax? Chat, can you still hear me? Press 1. Because Dax just got really silent and I can't tell if it's him or me having a problem. There we go. Okay, Chicago Mike, thank you. Keith Richards is still alive? Yes, he is. Dax, I don't know if you can hear me, but we lost your sound completely. Sounded like you were going to say something about Heath Ledger, and then just it's right in the middle of Heath. Your sound died, which is, I mean, a little bit funny. Expo Hotep, thank you. I feel like the Magic the Gathering tournament should hand out deodorant at the door. Any state tournament can be smelt a mile away. You know, it's not just those. Any gathering. We used to have an arena football team in Grand Rapids, which I don't live in Grand Rapids, guys, but I've been many times. And the people you'd end up sitting next to, man, they stink. Jesus, like you're in public. Pumpkin Trucker, thank you. Jesse's best acting is pretending he's not spending his weekend on his knees at a local sticky floored glory hole. I'm not sure he pretends that. Well, I guess he does because he dresses himself up real nice. He's a well-dressed homosexual man. I'm worried about Dax now. Did something bad just happen in Wisconsin? Press F for Dax. Dax?
I hate my computer.
There he is. As I was telling the audience, you died in the middle of saying Heath Ledger.
Well, that's sad.
It's kind of funny.
A little funny.
It's been a few years. We can joke about Heath being dead, right?
We can absolutely joke about him being dead. I'm just still a little sad that he's still, still gone.
The first picture is Heath Ledger, but that's not. If you're actually showing him a picture of him now, that's the wrong picture to use. I'm just saying. Bianca Stratford. They're not telling us what they're doing now other than Heath, who's dead. Oh, well. Page 6 for you. I like page 6 because it's my guilty pleasure kind of thing. I go there and look at pictures of celebrities for no damn reason.
Yeah, whatever makes you happy.
It's amusing to me. You know what's not amusing to me? We were trying to do our game stream last night, and for some reason it didn't work. And this game is so much fun, and I want to share it with the people. I hope we get it figured out someday, but it looks like we're not going to be able to play Division 2.
Lame.
It is, because it's so much fun. By the way, guys, you can watch us game on 2 Cents Plus, me and Satsu, 4 nights a week now, Friday through Monday. What do we else? We got. There's got to be stuff going on in this world. It's a Saturday, man. You got any plans for Saturday, Andrew?
Nope.
That's an exciting life, man.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have some ramen today?
No.
Is your woman gonna have some ramen today? She likes ramen. She's normal.
And the answer is probably.
See, there you go. I should have some ramen. I haven't had some actually in a while. I've been out of cup of soup for like 2 weeks now. I need a cup of soup. Couple found dead in home, burned to ground, was homicide. Really?
That's pretty fucked up.
What was your first clue? Not gonna read that. AOC says she's done with DC pressure cooker once weekend hits. Oh, I hope she gets some rest with a nice snuggie. Politician claims Joe Biden made her feel gross with sleazy kiss. This is the story I wanted to talk about. Loki says just had 2 packs of ramen just now. Good. I hope it was beef flavored because it's the best. If not, go with pork. I know there's a lot of people who like the shrimp, and if you like chicken, you're probably not good in bed. It's very vanilla. Okay. A former Nevada politician published an essay Friday recalling a 2014 incident in which former Vice President Joe Biden made her feel gross when he grabbed her by the shoulders from behind and kissed her hair during an event for a campaign for office that year. Zombie Teddy says my voice sounds rough. I'm waking up, man.
Give him time.
You guys don't understand what I've done to my throat with all the talking I do. This might not sound like a hard thing to do, but yeah, my voice has to wake up. I usually, if I'm up like this, I'll sing for like half an hour, really loud for my enjoyment, but just to wake up my vocal cords and everything. Yeah, don't worry. By tonight, when we do Lords of the Night on this very channel, it should be fine. Now let's see. He was there to promote me as the right person for the lieutenant governor's job. Lucy Flores wrote in the first-person piece in The Cut. The Cut. Aren't they the ones that did the Aziz Ansari thing?
Pretty sure.
I know The Cut from somewhere. I'm not okay. Anyway, instead, he made me feel uneasy, gross, and confused. The contact wasn't violent or overtly sexual, but she still found it, quote, demeaning and disrespectful, she wrote. I felt 2 hands on my shoulders. I froze. She recalled of Biden approaching her in the holding area before a campaign event in Vegas. She was 35 at the time. Quote, why is the vice president of the United States touching me? She asked herself. Look, I think Joe Biden's pictures are very, very creepy. There's a ton of them out there, guys, of him sniffing people and getting way too friendly with, like if it was your wife, you'd be like, dude, back up. No. But there's nothing to suggest that Biden is a sexual deviant, that he's a rapist or a sexual assaulter. He's just weird.
He's very weird.
Am I excusing it? Yeah, I'm actually excusing it. And nobody asked me that. I'm putting that question out there to myself. He walks up behind this girl, puts his hands on her shoulder, and kisses the back of her head. That is not even something worth a fucking story. Metagraph said he looks rapey. Yeah, you know, a lot of people look rapey who don't never rape. We can't judge people by how they look. If he'll do that in public, what will he do in private? Well, this was kind of private. I mean, it was just backstage somewhere. I felt him get closer to me from behind. He leaned further in and inhaled my hair. I was mortified. I thought to myself, I didn't wash my hair today, and the vice president of the United States is smelling it. And also, what in the actual fuck? Do you think that's what she thought? Do you think she thought my hair's dirty and he's smelling it? And what the fuck? No, she was like,
no.
Joe, could you come around here, please? Can you come over here where I can see your hands?
Joe, I'm gonna need you to stop.
He kissed the back of her head. Fuck off. But here's the weird part for me, and this is where I have problems with this story. Okay, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Biden, quote, proceeded to plant a big, slow kiss on the back of my head. Thank you, Cryptic. He did it to a little girl in the Oval Office. And that, you mean Smeller, right? Yeah. We got to be careful about what he did. He slow kissed the back of her head. Faithless, exactly. With tongue? Mm-hmm. Who the fuck does that? He probably he kissed her on the back of the head. I'm sorry, I'm not believing you, lady. I don't believe he said it. Like he was making love to the back of your head. Ex Bubba Hootep, thank you. Wait, creepy Joe Biden is creepy? Yes, he is creepy.
He kissed the
woman. Is it appropriate? Probably no. It obviously made her feel very ashamed of it 4 years later. Um, and that question came up last night too. It's like, why is she bringing this up now? She's bringing this up now because Biden's considering a run for the presidency, and that's when you look. If anybody who's ever done anything bad to you and gotten away with it, you wait until they run for president, and then you tell the world.
That's the perfect time to strike.
Yeah, it is, because then you get a book deal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get a book deal if you tell beforehand. Yeah, she could have come out in 2014 and been like, after she lost the race, because she wanted his approval until then. I mean, like, look, Joe slow kissed the back of my hair. How the fuck do you slow kiss the back of someone's head?
No, I've never really attempted it.
It makes me feel bad for her because I feel like she's never been slow kissed.
Does she have a tongue on the back of her head?
I guess. I mean, and in her dirty, nasty hair, you're like, oh, that's nummy. That's nummy. You want to see the hair?
I kind of do. I got to see the victim here.
Here is the alleged victim, Dax. He slow kissed the back of that head when it was dirty. He likes it dirty. Maybe Joe likes it dirty.
I don't know.
Stargazer says he may have done this, but she kept her damn mouth shut for all this time. Yeah, she did. Bubba Hotep, thank you. Honestly, he is so old, he probably thought he was giving his granddaughter a kiss on the forehead. Well, this was he was 4 years younger at the time. Come on, bitch. No. Stop it. I'm not a Joe Biden fan. Politically, we do not match at all. But this is a fucking hit piece. This is a bullshit hit piece. This is a please let me become a leader of the hashtag Me Too movement hit piece. Fuck off. Proceeded to plant a big, slow kiss on the back of my head. My brain couldn't process what was happening. I was embarrassed. I was shocked. I was confused.
It got a little weird when he swallowed some.
Well, funny you should mention that. There's a Spanish saying, Tragami tierra. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It means earth, swallow me whole. So he kisses the back of her head and she starts thinking about swallowing whole.
Ooh, maybe she did get slow kissed before and just wanted some more.
Maybe he turned her down as the problem.
She looks like the kind that gets turned down a lot.
Hang on. The Vice President of the United States of America just touched me in an intimate way, reserved for close friends, family, and romantic partners. And I felt powerless to do anything about it. Well, here, tell him no. Just step away and say, that's inappropriate, if that's what you really feel. But I'm going to back up a step. He just touched me in an intimate way reserved for close friends, family, and romantic partners. Not or she says or, not in some cases, because the slow kiss part. So is her brother slow kissing her on the back of the head? I mean, seriously. Her friends just come up to her and like, hey, baby, on the back of her head. Who does that anyway? Seriously.
She's wearing a wig, and underneath there's a bunch of hair hickeys.
Still, it didn't rise to the level of sexual assault, she said. So she, quote, did what most women do and moved on with my life and my work.
Oh, God. They act like that's not an option.
I feel like she didn't move on.
This is very much her not moving on.
This is 4 fucking years, well, almost 5 years later, depending on what time of the year it happened. And she's bringing it up now to tell us all about this slow kiss to the back of her dirty head. Here, a couple of things, bitch. When you're going into public, wash your ass. We were just talking about that. You need adulting classes. 2, tell your brother to stop tongue kissing your head because that's weird as fuck. And actually move on, man. He kissed the back of your head. Inappropriate, probably. But most definitely, we'll just say definitely inappropriate to kiss the back of someone's head you don't know. How about that? But he wasn't like, you yourself said it's not a sexual assault. Then what are you bitching about? I mean, it's just stupid. Just stupid. I feel like she's been getting paid to get rid of the straight white man running in the election. I think she held off. And I was kind of joking earlier when I say, somebody does something wrong, do you wait till they run for president? But in 2014, everybody thought he was going to run for president. They thought in 2016 he would be running. So I have no doubt in my mind this bitch held off on it, hoping that he would run in 2016 so she could use it to get herself famous. Now you might go, that's a little conspiratorial. Yeah, but bitches be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Any predictions for the next election candidate? I don't know. So many people have thrown their hat in the ring. I don't even know them all. And I only pay attention to the big ones because there's a bunch of them that are they call themselves candidates, but nobody's gonna vote for them. Black Romeo, thank you. Wait, the smelly hair thing was in the story. Why wouldn't she shower if she knew she was going to be going on stage? No, she said she hadn't washed her hair that day. She doesn't tell us when she did last wash it. She has long hair. A lot of women with long hair don't wash their hair every day. And she was campaigning at the time for lieutenant governor. So she was probably up on stage quite often. And she didn't think a man was going to be coming up and tongue kissing her head because she wasn't seeing her brother that day. Melissa! That's reserved for my family. That's weird, freaky bitch. Oh my God. The sad surprise end to Rachel Maddow's Mueller report conspiracy quest. Her crying over that was so fun. I bet she's got a boner now, though, because what's his name? Barr said that he's going to release the full report just with portions redacted, because that always happens when any. It's amazing that our government, man, they can't release anything without a redaction. Like, that's national security. Shut up. No donations unless you sing, monkey. I sing all the time. You don't have to donate for that. I like to sing. It's fun. But yeah, so Bob Barr has come out and said, not Bob Barr. God damn it, I keep doing that. Bill Barr, William Barr. The Attorney General has come out and said that he's going to release the Mueller report by mid-April, I think is what he said. Early April, one of those two. And so everybody's getting there. They're getting their boners back. Getting their boners back because they're going to get to see what it actually says. 300 pages of redacted testimony. No, not Bob Barker. Bob Barr was a, I believe, Texas senator.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Congress. I don't know. Bob Barr. He was a dick, man. Jenna, way back in the 90s, he was in the news a lot. He was old weird guy.
Hello,
he still does. What'd you say?
I said hi to Jenna because otherwise she puts a newspaper in the chat.
Oh, there you go. How about another monkey? Oh, you only get one name scream out per episode unless you wait long enough and I forget I did it. Those are the rules. We got rules around here. We have a couple of rules. We got the no dead kids, no dead animals rule.
Mm-hmm.
We have the no drunks. Sorry. P-Dog, lawyer dog. And we have the one scream. You only get one scream when you ride the monkey. That doesn't sound very good at all.
Not really.
Oh, thank you, Dryer. Yeah, he was from Georgia. Bob Barr was Georgia. My bad. Sorry, Texas. Didn't mean to put that on you guys. Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's see. Journalist says NBC and MSNBC boss used menacing tone to advocate for DNC. Really? Really? An NBC News managing editor attempted to bully a freelance journalist into delaying a story as a favor to the DNC. Yashar Ali alleged in a series of tweets that Daphna Linzer. Why the fuck are people naming their... Oh, God. The fuck is a Daphna? Sorry if anybody in the audience is named Daphna. Go slap your mama. Bubba Hotep, thank you. Speaking of singing, you just reminded me my nephew just turned 8. His name is Vincent. Oh, well then. Here's the other rule we have. Birthdays get songs. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
It's your birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Vincent.
I like your name.
Happy birthday to you.
Get some gifts.
Get some gifts. Happy birthday. I hope you had a good one, Vincent. 8, man. 8 was a fun time. That's when you're, well, in my age, if you're my age, that's when your parents actually started letting you have a little more freedom. You got the 8, 9, 10-year-old. You get to ride your bike more, a little further away from the house. You still don't got complete freedom. Got to stay where mom can see you from the porch. But yeah, you got to do so much more. Oh man, climbing trees, breaking shit. Oh wait, no, we never broke shit. That would be illegal. Only the shit we may or may not have broke. Daphne, let's get back to Daphne for a minute. Yashar Ali alleged in a series of tweets that Daphne Linzer, who oversees political coverage at NBC and MSNBC, pushed him, quote, in a menacing tone, he claimed, to hold off on publishing an item about the dates of the DNC's first presidential debates, asking him to give the party time to notify its state committees. Are you kidding? That's the story here, is that he was going to post when they were doing their debates, and the girl yelled at me. She yelled at me in a menacing tone.
Oh,
tell her to shut up. I mean, what the fuck? Thank you, Jenna, because you perform like the monkey you are. I do. I perform a lot. That's what I do here. She pushed him in a menacing tone. Okay, this says he claimed. Do they have the actual link to the tweet? I want to see his words. I'm not naive to the fact that this incident is going to be twisted by some with an agenda to discredit the media and say they collude with political parties. Well, yeah, it's because it's what you're suggesting. But I think it's more important to expose bad behavior than keep it under wraps. What Daphne did was unethical. Yeah. He just said that she told him not to do it in a menacing tone. Dun dun dun. And look, he's right. It's going to get twisted to be like, that's what I thought when I read it. Journalist says MSC menacing tone to advocate for the DNC. Well, one, it is what she did. Whether you like it or not, it is what she did. She put the DNC's wishes over journalism. Period. Sorry, Daphne, it's what you did. But it was over something fucking meaningless. The date of the fucking debates, we're not even close to them. Yes, it does show that the DNC and MSNBC might be a little close. Space Trucker, thank you. Mike Lee dropped an epic bomb on the GND legend. What Mike Lee? Oh, Mike Lee on the Green New Deal. Yeah, when he did the we talked about that. We did the little presentation where eventually, as climate change gets worse, we're going to with the Green New Deal, we won't be able to use air travel to get to Hawaii, so we're going to need to use giant seahorses. And he pulled up a picture of Aquaman. And then he went into a very serious diatribe over about, I don't know where we're going to get these or how we're going to train them, but it's definitely something we're going to need to do. Yeah, it was great. Democrats were not happy about that, man. There's a lot of Democrats and liberals over on the social media. They're like, do you believe he's doing AOC herself? She tweeted out, they're bitching about how much money the new Green New Deal is, but he's spending she actually said spending congressional what's the word? His money, basically. The money he gets allowance. That's it. His congressional allowance to make up these pictures. Well, one, it's his money to spend, dumbass. And two, they cost him like grand total combined, maybe $100, depending on what quality he got them. You're talking about spending more money than has ever been made in the entire world, you crazy twat. I just talked about her.
The summoning.
Now somebody's come, you just hate AOC. No, I just think she's a dumb donkey. Oh man, Megan McCain explodes. Oh, dude, did you see the whole Megan McCain thing the other day where she gave the best cutback ever?
No.
Oh my god. So I don't remember the girl's name. I know her name's Denise. The guy who's sitting, her name was Denise, and she knows Megan McCain, and she wrote an article or was on TV or something, and she was critical of The View, which a lot of people are, because it's a dumb fucking show with a bunch of naggy postmenopausal twats on it. I was trying to think of the nicest words I could think of.
No, that's about apt.
But this Denise chick, she wrote a article or said something critical about the show. It's like, this show's garbage. I don't know why people watch it or something similar to that. And Megan McCain came back, Denise, you were at my wedding. And everybody's like, that's the coolest thing ever.
That is the coolest thing ever.
What up, baby? We're just talking about that bitch, Denise.
Oh, Denise, she's a good lady.
She was at my wedding. You were at my wedding. That's what Megan McCain said about Denise. That's why we're talking.
Oh,
Okay. You look confused.
there was no Denise at our
No,
wedding.
you were at my wedding.
Hello, chat.
There's the lovely lady monkey, and there's the boobs I looked at this morning. First thing.
They're looking at my boobs.
You like when I look at your boobs. Stop it.
My desk is here.
Oh, cool. Do you need help?
No, because I'm gonna go shopping.
Oh, you're going out?
Yep.
Okay. I'll send you my list. Dax, you know what I need my wife to get me when she goes to the store?
Don't say it.
I need ramen,
No, you don't.
specifically cup of noodle, if you
I'm
could.
going to send her a message not to bring you home
Can
ramen.
Can I get like 5 of those cases?
No.
They don't go bad. It's just going to sit there. It's not like I'm going to eat all 5 cases in a
No.
day.
I didn't say
No, you guys should have. She said I didn't say nothing, but you should have seen the look on her face. Like, 5, you fat motherfucker.
She knows it's not good for you.
Well, it's not good for me if I ate all 5 at once.
Not good for you to eat it at all.
It's better for me to eat that than starve.
I'm going to send her an
Denim
alternate
diapers are
list.
now a thing. Whoa. What?
Ew.
Maybe they mean diaper covers.
No.
Oh heavens!
Yeah, lady monkey.
We're gonna stick this on the screen so y'all can see it. I'm both disgusted and turned on. I want Lady Monkey to get some of these.
That's a diaper?
And kind of. I mean, that's what they called it. It's.
That's not
I mean,
a diaper.
if you have a baby, you don't want a diaper like this because see how that cheek's hanging out. When she poos, it's just gonna run down her leg. So you stick with Huggies or something like that.
I like that you said when she poos, not if she poos.
Well, if she's a baby, she's gonna poo. That's what.
She's not a baby. Like,
No, I said, if you have baby, you don't want a diaper like this.
She's obviously not a baby.
Oh my God.
Jack would love this woman. She's got that thigh gap going on.
She does. She got a huge thigh gap. I feel like that's been photoshopped because that is unnatural lines. I love you, baby. Drive safe. That was my door. Sorry about the squeak. When they built this room, I think it was originally a dungeon. Because when that door closes, this room like vacuum seals. And the door, I mean, the wood is right on the wood. Oh, we're still sharing diaper girl. Let's see. Remember thong jeans? Get ready for another skin-bearing style that's even more rash. Parisian label Y Project, the same crew who brought us thigh-high Uggs for $800, has crafted a high-fashion janty. Yes, that's a jean panty. A janty, y'all. Those are janties.
So it's not
And
a
it's-
diaper.
Well, and it's, look, they called it a diaper. And the diaper part is in, okay, so now we have to read the whole article. Thank you, Dax. Where's the diaper part come from? And it's truly throwing the internet into a brief meltdown, according to Montreal luxury e-tailer Sense. I guess I said that. Currently stocking the Bootylicious bottom for a confusing $315.
Why?
Well, they're versatile, apparently. That's what they're versatile. Say what? These brief style shorts can be worn under or over pants, meaning they're far more versatile than what you traditionally expect from a pair of briefs. Underwear that doesn't need to stay under there. You can wear your underwear over your pants anytime you want.
They're called
People
superheroes.
They'll look at you funny, but you can do it. Oh my God. The Canadian site was gung-ho over the cheeky look and promoted it on its Instagram, yet social media naysayers came out in full throttle. Quote, "This def ain't it, ladies," proclaimed one Instagrammer. 2 words, yeast infection, says another. That's nasty. But I don't know why they call it a diaper, because they in the title, guys, it says diaper, and they used a quote. That ain't my fault. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Lady Monkey and Nose. They seem easy to take off. That's that. When I decide whether or not I'd like to see my wife in things, it's usually based on how easy it is to take off. I'm just saying. Y'all might have missed this, but I like her nude.
You don't
What do you
say.
wear? What do you wear when it's gross out? What? Oh, okay. This is for you ladies. I'm gonna do something nice for you. If it's rainy and nasty outside, instead of saying nasty outside, rainy outside, when it's gross out. Oh God, there's some things you can get that'll help you if it's rainy outside. There's a rain jacket and an eyeliner and some mascara. Mascara is the one you put on your eyelashes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some mascara. A book bag, because you need that book bag when it's raining out. Fuck. You could. I'm sorry. I said this the other day. You can sell anything to women. You can. And I'm not saying men don't buy stupid shit too, but you can sell anything to women. You know why? Because they're lovely people and they're very what's the word I'm looking for?
Gullible.
Not gullible. No. Dax, bad Dax. They're very progressive thinking. They're progressive thinking. They're awesome. French Canada ain't Canada. Remember that. I'll do my best. But in fairness, it does have Canada in it. I mean, yeah, Monkey, I was going to say you can go look in my garage and tell me who buys stupid shit. Okay, look, you might buy like a couple of big items, maybe some knick-knack thingies, the bobbleheads that people like to get. But that ain't nothing on the weird shit that women buy, man. Especially if they wear makeup, like a lot of makeup, man. Go look in their makeup thing, man. Women buy a bunch of nasty shit that they put on their face to look good for you, so you will tongue kiss them on the back of the head. I'm just saying.
You're not saying that lady was asking for it, were you?
I'm saying she might have been wearing a shirt that said, "Please kiss the back of my head." You know what? Maybe when they were talking about setting up this thing, she said, "Joe, I think of you like family." And Joe's like, "I'm in there now." Getting that tongue kiss on the head. Who fucking slow kisses the back of someone's head? That's my problem with that story. Seriously. I mean, the timing of it, the fact that it's a nothing burger, that's all, those can be argued about. Maybe she was just, she was traumatized. She even tells us she wasn't fucking traumatized. But the fact that she says he slow kissed her on the back of the head. I feel like if Joe did that, if Joe was a serial hair Frencher, we would have heard that by now. Because nobody does that, you dirty bitch. I think what happened is he probably did kiss her, but in all the lights, they were like, "Oh, something's touching us," and they moved in a way that made her feel like she was getting tongue kissed. Wash your hair, bitch.
Gross.
Yeah. There's a book coming out about Barbara Bush, and there's all kinds of things being alleged in this book. I don't know where they're getting their sources from, but this woman's dead. Let her let her die. Leave her alone. It's like they came out and she hated Trump, and now this one is she thought about suicide over an affair her husband had in the 70s. Stop it. She's a dead woman. Our scandalous press. They got to have something to talk about, right? Got to have some way to keep the viewers tuning in. The one living or the one who passed? They're talking about ex-First Lady Barbara Bush. Have you looked at this? Data asks. Data, I'm afraid. Hold me, kiss the back of my head. No, I haven't seen this. The craziest runway looks of 2012. Well, I don't have a Pinterest account, so I don't look at most Pinterest stuff. Yeah, this is. I'll show you guys real fast. I don't see any vaginas. For those of you who don't watch regularly, we had a vagina scare the other day. We'll get to that. Yeah, there's some crazy shit. You know, they put this shit on the runway all the time. It's not actual fashion. You never see anybody walking down the street wearing this shit. But
it's only because they can't afford it, darling.
Indeed. No, it's because they have taste, and this is the people who do this avant-garde. I hate that I know that. Fashion, they're just doing it to get people to go, look how creative they are. Like, fuck creative, give me comfortable. That's what I want. Give me a tent that rests on the top of my head and doesn't touch my skin at all. But doesn't feel real heavy, and I will love you. I will love you forever. That's what I want. I see some lampshades. Look, all you need, that's kind of what I just described. I need a monkey shade. That's what happens when you can't wear a shirt. You get really cold. Pinterest is Reddit for women. Kind of, I guess. I guess that's a good way. Gay men like it too. And gay men like Reddit. So gay men are the bridge between Reddit and Pinterest. Glad you're going with me on that. Anyway, yeah, we had a vagina scare. We had a vagina scare the other day. I accidentally, guys, flashed a vag on the screen. And it was accidental. For people who are here, they can verify that. And I was as shocked as anyone when I noticed it. But yeah, so now whenever there's pictures to show on screen, I have to vet them first. How you doing, Circus? How you doing this morning, man?
Hi, Circus.
Oh, fuck. So you need a burqa that goes out a bit. Kind of, Aether. Yeah, I need it not to touch my upper body at all, except for maybe resting on my head. Because I don't think my head is really that sensitive. My head.
Somebody should kiss the back of it and find out.
Oh, man. If you tongue kiss my hair, I'm going to hit you. I don't care who you are. Now, I might not hit you in the face or anything, but it might be a schoolyard slap on your arm. Like, ooh, stop it. Don't tongue kiss people's hair. That's disgusting. You should have your ass checkers. The ass crack team wasn't available. And actually it wasn't that I should have closed it before I looked at that other picture, because it's like, wow, looks like we get to see quite a bit there. And it's like, oh no, we see a lot more than we did.
I still blame Jack.
Thoughts from the Dryer sent me a thing from Michelle Malkin. Next week is rumors swirl of his possible entry into the 2016 presidential campaign, blah, blah, blah. Vice President Joe Biden will appear on liberal comedian Stephen Colbert's new late night show. Where's the part? Oh, I can report on Biden's cozy relations with trial lawyers, bankers, and lobbyists till I'm blue in the face, but none of that sticks in the minds of average voters as much as the indelible impression of instability and ickiness he has left across social media. And there's links here, guys. This one is links to 9 times Joe Biden whispered in women's ears, Joe Biden's 10 creepiest moments, 17 times Joe Biden acted like a total creep, the audacity of grope, Joe Biden's woman-touching habit, VP Joe Biden goes 50 Shades of Grey during last night's awkward top 10 list, and Veep creep Biden's odd move at Carter ceremony. Oh, at the Carter ceremony. I get it. Well, that one, a lot of these are bringing up, well, at least the one I was going for brought up a 404 error. Look, I'm not saying Biden doesn't do creepy shit. I'm saying that that's not the same as him raping somebody. First of all, he's just he doesn't have limits in the social settings. He touches women in ways that are like, that's probably not right, Joe. But again, not criminal. 9 times Joe sniffed people. Yeah, there's lots of people of Joe sniffing, or pictures of Joe sniffing people, because Joe's a sniffer. I don't know why. I'm imagining during the Depression, they didn't have a lot of smells. So now that we're past the Depression, Joe just enjoys the smell of everything. Thoughts from the Dryer says he also has power. He doesn't right now. I mean, he's jobless for the moment. And there's nothing to suggest from any of these women so far that he actually did anything more than what we've seen in the pictures. I mean, he did. Yeah, but all I'm saying, see, now I'm going to be called a Joe apologist. All I'm saying is I don't see anything criminal with what he's done. Creepy? Sure, I'll grant you that. And you know what I don't see in any of those pictures? Him tongue kissing the back of somebody's head. So apparently the first time he thought of doing it was with Dirty Girl. Ugh. And maybe that's why he did it. Like, she a dirty girl. I bet she liked this. Because that's what dirty girls like. Dirty girls like to be tongue kissed in the back of the head, you guys. So if you see a hooker, just walk up to her and do it. She'll thank you for it. Just hope she doesn't have a pimp, because she'll beat the shit out of you. The Joe Biden info. What is this? Oh, is this just pictures of him being weird and stuff? Yeah, okay. What's this? Oh, okay. Like right there. There's a gif of him. He reached down and he just gives a little peck right behind the ear to this chick. That's not blah, 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 blah. That's not a deep, slow kiss into the back of your head. Anyhow, look, I'm gonna trump you guys on this. All right. There are other things that you can talk about with Biden that are far more important than him tongue kissing the back of some bitch's head who didn't think to tell anybody until Joe said he was going to run. That's almost on 2 Scoops level. It's not quite there because it's a little weird to tongue kiss somebody's head, but all the weird stuff we've seen him do, that's just stuff to laugh at. Pay attention to his policies. That's what Vic was accused of, though. I don't think Vic should have got all the shit he did. Again, I'm all for, you guys want to make fun of him for it, that's fine, but this whole thing, like I said, this was this bitch trying to get in on the hashtag #Me2 movement so she can get some money and fame out of it, since her lieutenant governor bid didn't go through. Since she lost that job, now she's like, oh, I know how I'm gonna pay my rent. Was that racist? She wasn't black, so that's not racist, right?
No.
Okay. Because I know how white girls pay their rent. They just go suck a dick. I've seen it on Pornhub. Well, I've heard that's done.
I mean, that's how they pay for their taxi rides.
It's how they do everything, man. White girls pay for everything with booty. Why y'all like that, white girls? No wonder Joe's trying to sniff you. He wants some of that. God damn it. Anyhow, there was a story they read on Ghost Poo last night, and I can't remember what it was. I wanted to talk about. Welcome to the mind of the monkey, guys. It just goes all funky. Border Patrol begins releasing migrant families on the streets. Migrant. I love that, migrant. You mean illegal immigrant families on streets? Mexico warns mother of all caravans pushes north. I read this story last night, and it's from the AP. And notice this: Mexico braces for you heard that first title, but over here, actually on the AP, instead of the people who are linking to it, Mexico braces for new caravan of Central American migrants. And then you go through it, and it turns out nobody really thinks this is going to be a big caravan. Caravans come north all the time, guys, and we need to stop them. We need to fucking stop them. But this seems more like a way to discredit Trump than anything else, because he's been pushing on the caravan thing again. And like, oh, we'll make it seem big, and then it'll be nothing. Sinatra, no, not the 500,000 a year. We talked about that one at length the other night. Fuck those people. For you guys who are wondering what the hell I'm talking about, what publication was that? I can't remember. They published the woes of a family making $500,000 a year with 2 kids, and how they barely have $7,000 left at the end.
Oh my god!
Barely. I think the total was 7,600. But this is after they put $16,000 into their 401k. This is with a combined $54,000 spent on their children with childcare and lessons. That's actually what they did it. Lessons. Oh, CNBC. Thank you, Sinatra. What else was it? Their Land Rover or Land Cruiser, whatever, and Mercedes payment. Their mortgage on a $1.5 million home. Yeah, and they said that after all of their spending, with their $7,000 left at the end, they felt average. Motherfucker, if you got $7,000 left, it's almost $8,000 left at the end of the year, and everything's paid, you ain't average. You ain't even close to average. Just look at the studies done on how many people have any savings, you dumb fucks. You whiny bitches. These are the kind of people that need to be in my adulting class. They need kicked in the nuts and slapped. 1.5 million is pretty average in California. It depends on where you live. If you make the choice to buy a $1.5 million home, don't bitch at me when you're paying for a $1.5 million home and tell me how sad you feel about your life. Because I guarantee you they could have got $1 million home that would have had enough bedrooms for them, and they'd have been able to live. They could live under a bridge for free. I'm fairly certain there's no bridge rent. So yeah, bitching about your 1.5. Look, I'm not saying their home doesn't cost $1.5 million. I'm saying they made that choice. Nobody did it for them. Nobody said, oh, you know what? We need to make sure we have a pool in the backyard. We need a 3-story home. Yes, $20,000 on vacation. Sinatra's reminding me of all these 3 vacations a year. These average folks taking 3 goddamn vacations a year. It was $18,000 that they spent, a total of $6,000 per fucking vacation. Or $6,000 per vacation 3 times a year. It's just fuck them, man. $42,000 on childcare, and that doesn't include $12,000 in lessons for 2 kids. 2 kids. What the fuck are you teaching them to do? A $1.5 million home in some parts of California is not that big a house, though. Live in the other part.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. There are houses where I live that sell for $100,000. It would be $1 million in California, in say LA. Don't live in LA. It's like people bitching about the cost of living, the cost of an apartment in Manhattan. Don't live in Manhattan. It's one of the most expensive places on the planet to fucking live. Nobody's forcing you to live there, you shitheads. But I really want to live in Manhattan. oh, well, I really want to bang Stacey Dash. I mean, these things aren't going to happen for us, guys. My vacation to Disney World cost me over $5,000 for just me. And that was one trip though, right? I'm fairly certain I could get to Disney World for less than that just by myself, because I can't do anything, so I might as well just stand outside the park and look. That's one of my great disappointments. I can never ride a roller coaster again. I can, but somebody's gonna have to help me off and carry me through the park the rest of the day. I guess I sort of got a vacation when I was laid off. Oh yeah, see, you should have spent $6,000. Look, Jim, I'm not suggesting that the numbers these people used are wrong. I'm suggesting the way they're spending their money is wrong. They're bitching about not being able to save more. That's what the whole article was about, was how Americans aren't able to save more. And they pulled out this couple, which this is a real couple that they used on condition of anonymity, blah, blah, blah. But they pull out this couple to show even those making $500,000 a year are having a hard time. Well, here's an idea. Just for a fucking year, don't take a vacation like most of America doesn't. Bam, $18,000 in your savings account. Man, I'm like a fucking financial genius over here.
You should ask them for payment.
Yeah, somebody find these people. Tell them they owe me $10,000 for financial advice.
Still a net gain of 8,000. They should be happy.
I know, right? I mean, they just now they owe you too. Look, I get it, yeah, but here's the problem, Jim, and here's the real fucking problem, and it's a problem most Americans have. They start making money, and let's say you're living off $100,000, and you're living off $100,000. You're not racking up debt. You're just living. You're making your bills, maybe paycheck to paycheck. And yes, guys, that is possible for $100,000, depending on where you live. But you're making this $100,000 and you're living. Well, then you get a raise. Let's say now you're making $110,000. Well, instead of saving $10,000, you start living off $110,000. And then you get another raise, and eventually you're making $500,000. And instead of saving $400,000, you're spending every fucking $500,000 you get. That's the problem. People living well above their means or exactly at their means, especially with these fucking people, when they could live below their means and still live a very comfortable fucking life. There is no reason for them to have $9,000 in car payments. I think it was $9,600 every fucking year when you're making $500,000. You know what you do? You cut out one of those fucking vacations and you go down to your local Ford place and you buy a little 4-door car for the family. You don't need a fucking Mercedes. According to Lady Monkey, Ranting Monkey is a financial retard. No, I am not a financial retard. The problem with this couple is that they're living at their means instead of below it. And if they did that, they would be fine. That is the problem, Ranting Monkey. My bell is ringing like a motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, if you want to build wealth, which is what they're talking about with savings, that's building your wealth. You invest money, you save money. You don't go spending it on. You don't spend every dollar you have. That is bad. And in that case, you're right. Ranting Monkey might be bad. That's why I don't deal with money, because I'm bad with it. I know how to be good with it. I just can't stop myself. Like, I need that thing there. Why? Like, because it probably tastes good. That's what happens when you spend all your money on food.
Yeah.
But I was a poor kid, so that's my excuse for everything now. I was a poor kid. I mean, it's true, but plus all the child care and child program, raise your own kids. Well, there's that too. I mean, Faithless, in this example, both of them I think were lawyers, doctors, something like that. So they both have big careers. $42,000 a year. That's a lot of fucking money for childcare. I don't know where they live, so maybe that's normal, and I can forgive that part. But then the additional 12,000 for lessons, and they said that's sports and lessons and tutoring. Well, one, get smarter kids. That'll save you some money. Get rid of those little honky kids you got. Get some Asian kids. They won't need the tutoring. They already know how to play lots of instruments, and I don't know about sports, maybe fencing. I don't know. What do Asians play? Soccer. They like soccer, right?
Yeah, some of them.
Welcome to the blatantly racist part of the Monkey in the Morning Show. No, seriously. If you have to have special tutors because your kids are dumb, fine, then just say that. My kids are dumb. We have to. You don't need $12,000. That's $6,000 each year for lessons for your children. Find a cheaper teacher. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
But again, let's say we give them everything about the kids. Fine. You can't tell me there's not a 3-bedroom home somewhere near you, say within 50 miles, for less than $1.5 million. They might not have the 2-car garage, so you might have to park your Land Rover outside, whatever it is. Is it just you this morning? No, Dax is here.
What?
I've thrown out some invites. I don't know if anybody's coming. We'll see. But what's wrong with just me? I mean, Dax is here. Way to overlook him completely. But what if it was just me?
You said it before.
Damn it, Chadwick says that's what I make a year. Yeah, can you imagine telling people whose the grand total pay for the year is $54,000, that you feel average when you're spending $54,000 just on childcare? Data says probably not in Cali, monkey. Shit. You guys do realize there's more to California than San Francisco, LA, San Diego. You could probably even get a much better one than that in Sacramento. There are suburbs. There are even, you don't have to drive that far out of LA before you start hitting just nothing. I did the math and I totally didn't. Fair numbers. I feel like there's a word missing. Adam. That was wrong. Adam. Asians play Xbox and PlayStation. Look, I am so jealous of South Korea and their e-gaming market. When I was young and could actually play, I would have
still got your ass whooped because they're superior.
I'd have slayed, man.
Yeah. Huh?
I'd have been like the Marines in the 50s. I'd have slayed some Koreans. That's not right. No, but they built up this great thing, and they people actually make money and have careers off that shit. I mean, we're slowly getting into that market in the U.S. where some people can do that. Mostly, it's you got the people like Ninja who do it off of most of their money's made off endorsements and stuff like that. But the big tournaments, I mean, South Korea takes that shit seriously. Cali's expensive no matter where you live. I should know. All right. Guys, there's no home in California. I stand corrected. No home in California with 3 bedrooms for under 1.5 million. So here's what you do. Move the fuck out of California.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I've solved your problem. You go get it because lawyers, doctors, whichever they were, they're all over the country and they make a ton of money all over the country. So there you go. I'm the best financial. I should just give life coaching. We've talked about this before. Monkey's life coaching is coming, y'all. I'm going to help you. That's what I'm going to do. That is a great tagline. I help you. How about that? That's awesome. You guys just witnessed the birth of a tagline. Yeah. So I got like that smoke. My voice isn't going to stay this husky if I don't smoke.
You're nice and like it's like I'm here to help you help yourself because you suck.
Yeah, you suck. Let's all go to Monkey's house and sleep on his couch.
That couch is mine. All right.
Do you know what you could get in my area for $1.5 million?
Whole
You could
town?
probably buy the local hospital. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Or try to drop the 3 goddamn fucking instrument. Look, there's a lot of ways they can cut that family we were talking about can save fucking money. Monkey's life coaching. Too lazy to cook, eat ramen. No, okay. If you're too lazy to cook, you have to eat a very specific kind of ramen. You have to eat cup of noodle because you don't have to cook cup of noodle, no matter what anybody tells you. Get your faucet as hot as it can be. Here's another life lesson with Monkey, y'all. For you poor college students out there, and as Jack pointed out, you lazy fucks. Get cup of noodle. Turn the tap as hot as it gets. Let it warm up so it's as hot as it gets. Fill the cup to the line like you're supposed to with just tap water. Close it like you're supposed to and let it sit for 5 minutes, and it'll be ready to eat in 5 minutes. And you don't have to cook nothing. You don't even have to microwave nothing. Bam. Easy peasy. These are the things you learn when Monkey, you live like you're in prison, man. Well, I kind of am. I'm trapped in my own body ish. I mean, it's not like I have that that disease that does that too. What is that? Fuck, I know the name of it. Anyway, where you slowly just end up trapped in your own body. Fuck that. No. But being, you're going to get salmonella, Monkey. How am I going to get salmonella? Look, you guys would not believe the shit I eat. Raw hot dogs and ramen bricks as the bread. Oh, no, because you can't. I don't like. There are people who eat raw ramen, and I don't understand it. I like my noodles al dente. That was disgusting, Monkey. What was disgusting? What did I miss? Okay? Here's the only difference. If you have the cup of soup with boiled water and the other one, the water's just not as hot. And then after you eat the noodles, you can actually drink the fucking juice because it's not too damn hot to drink. Do not use hot water, heater water to cook with, and certainly don't drink it without boiling. Why? What's wrong with your water? What's wrong with your water, man? Jack, how you doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing?
I'm being judged.
More than usual?
Yeah, because I explained how to cook cup of soup without actually cooking it. And they're like, that's gonna kill you. Look, I'm 43. I've been doing this shit my whole life. Well, at least since I was 14, I had to start cooking for myself. And yes, I might just be lucky, but it's okay now. What were you saying?
What isn't going to kill you?
Exactly. Everything will. All you need, ain't that just a British thing? Oh, do they have nasty water over there? That is just warming, not cooking. Well, there's nothing wrong with that either. When you eat a hot dog, you just got to warm it. You don't have to cook it. It's already cooked. Everything's cooked inside. Which it's okay to eat those cold because it's basically the same crap that's in bologna, and you eat that cold, unless you're Southern and fry your bologna.
You ever try it?
Fried bologna I've had once. I don't care for it. It's way too greasy. Just my opinion. You have a 1 in 10 billion chance of dying by a random meteorite. Yeah, that'll probably happen to me at the end. I'll be like my 90th birthday, and I'll be like, I made it, y'all. I beat the odds, and a fucking meteor will fall on my head. Life is known to the state of California to kill you. Yeah, have you ever known this product contains things known to the state of California to give you ass cancer? Like, it's a Tic Tac. It won't kill you, but old water heater can hold bacteria that will make you sick. Well, one, I have a brand new water heater. Well, how old is that? It's like 5 years old now. And our water is very, very clean. It's very good water. People drink my water and they're like, damn, that's better than bottled. Like, yes, it is. Too bad I don't drink water. Oh, wow. How do we get on food again? Oh, the poll came in. Most of you don't eat peanut butter and jelly the right way.
Oh my God.
You guys make it by putting jelly on one side of the bread. How do you get your jelly to spread is my question.
You take a knife and you spread it.
Yeah, but it doesn't spread well. It doesn't spread like peanut butter does. You know what? You know when it does spread like that? When you put it on the peanut butter.
No.
Faithless asked me, how far from Flint am I? I am quite a ways from Flint, but the problem in Flint is not the water.
Yeah, it's the infrastructure of the government.
It's the pipes the water is traveling through. That is the problem in Flint.
Oh, I thought you were going to say there were chuds in it.
Mischief Fly inanimate. I'm just going to call you Mischief because I don't know how to say everything else. Do your water heaters not get hot enough to kill everything? Mine does. My hot water gets hot. Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. Use the back part of a spoon to spread jelly.
Yep. That's what I do.
Have you ever tried it on the peanut butter, Dax?
What, taking a spoon and spreading it?
No, spreading your jelly using a knife on your peanut butter.
Yes. Once again, if I don't get the exact amount I want, it's impossible for me to take that spoon.
Wait, time out.
Knife.
So that's your okay. So what you're saying, I get, because you said that the other day, because you didn't want to mix your jelly and your peanut butter.
Right.
Okay. So what if you had two separate knives? I feel like you make peanut butter and jelly too complicated anyway.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, there's no reason for me to not use two knives to begin with, because this keeps it all separate and nice and clean and all that, and it takes like 2 seconds to wash a knife. You just do one for the peanut butter, one for the jelly, or in this case, you can use a knife and a spoon, and it works just fine.
Anthony Vogel says, how fucking stiff is jelly in these states? It depends, man. And sometimes it'll just like rip your bread, and otherwise it won't spread. There'll be a glob in the middle that for some reason won't break the fuck up. So you just spread it all over the peanut butter. It's much easier.
Globs if I spread it on the peanut butter.
What? No, you mix it around and then it makes a nice little pate. I don't know what word to use there. Do not take food advice from this monkey. Ouchie, come on, man. What's wrong with what? Come on, I make very good food. Jam and jelly is only hard to spread because it's all homemade. I haven't had homemade jam or jelly in forever. Mom used to make it a long time ago. P-Dog says, the fuck you talking about, monkey? I'm trying to help you people here. I am
wrong.
I'm trying to help you. If you spread the jelly on the peanut butter, it spreads a lot easier. No matter what kind, because there's jelly, there's jams, there's marmalades, whatever it is, it spreads easier.
I don't understand how it's such an issue for you to spread jelly with a regular knife on one side of the bread.
No, here's the thing. It's not necessarily that it's a big issue. Not everything that I do, the underlying problem was actually a big problem. It's just that it makes it easier. See what I'm saying? Easier. I could read a book, but listening to an audiobook is easier. See what I'm saying? I can't read.
You miss out on a lot by not reading it yourself.
What?
You give them voices, you can get your own images in head without somebody else tainting it with their voice.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that, Dax.
I know. I'm right.
Monkey's life advice: stick the bread in the jam jar to spread it. If it fit properly, I would tell you just dip the fucking bread. It would be easier. What about the Smucker's brand Goober? It has the peanut butter and jelly all in one container. Yeah, we talked about that the other night.
That's blasphemy.
I've only had it once. I always wanted it when I was a kid. Mom would never buy it for us because it was. Here's the thing: it was too expensive for us guys. But I've had it once, and they don't get a good mix. They really don't. You don't want an equal mix of peanut butter and jelly. You should have more peanut butter than jelly.
Agreed.
Yeah, see, that stuff, when you have them both in one jar together, it's an example of socialism.
It is.
It looks great on the surface, but then you try it, and it's disgusting, and it doesn't work right.
Monkey would buy peanut butter and jelly in a Cheese Whiz type can if they sold it. I would try it, absolutely. But like I said, they probably do what they do with the goober. They probably fuck up the ratio. What about frozen peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? No. They have those things. What are they called? Crustables.
Oh yeah, I
My
had those in high school when you take after school classes and they are required to feed you. They just toss you a couple of those.
my kids liked them. I tried one. I'm like, no, I don't like it.
They're meh. A lot of jelly compared to peanut butter.
There's so many people worried about getting peanut butter in their jelly and jelly in their peanut butter.
Sorry.
You
Yeah,
guys need to.
point, though.
Oh, sorry. Uncrustables is what Faithless corrected me.
Yeah, whatever they are. I know what he's talking about. They look like pies.
Monkey life advice: help yourself take medicine by dipping it in peanut butter and scooping it out with your hand. No, you don't scoop peanut butter. Now, look, if you're just gonna eat peanut butter, you do it with a spoon.
Yeah, we're not savages here.
You know the best. Here's what you do. Here's another monkey life advice. You take a big old scoop of peanut butter, and you go over to wherever you keep your sugar, and you pour sugar over the top of that bitch, and you eat that, and it is awesome. By the way, I have diabetes, y'all. Oh fuck! These food ones, man. Everybody takes their food very, very serious. I love my food, so yeah, I'm just trying to help y'all. Everything that all these little tips I give you for free, unlike some real life planner, they will help you. Peanut butter and honey is the best. I like it, but I prefer jelly. Honey is not quite sweet enough. The great thing about peanut butter is that it will even though it has sweetness to itself, it will offset anything that is way too rich. But it as I've grown to know that, I actually kind of need very rich things to eat with it. Thank you, Pincala, the driver. The peanut butter is a lie. Peanut butter is a lying bitch. It's a lying bitch. Okay. Fruit roll up with peanut butter in the roll. That is not something endorsed by Monkey. And that's more of a texture thing than anything else. Honey is almost pure sugar, not sweet enough. No, it's not. It isn't. It might be almost. Damn it! Now they want me to explain food culture to them. Monkey life advice: honey isn't sweet enough. Add sugar to make it a delicious sandwich. Yes, Jack. There you go. Exactly. It needs a little more sugar. Honey is bee vomit. That's true, but you know what? They vomit some good shit. If humans did that, I would encourage bulimia. I'd be like, "You done with that sandwich? Bitch, go throw it up." Just saying.
That imagery is haunting.
Out to lunch with my nephew. Oh man, he the little one we sang to earlier enjoyed the song. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. There's a couple of reasons I like singing. One, it's fun, and two, despite what some of you think, people like it. Monkey life advice: don't listen to Monkey when it comes to food. No, what's wrong with? Okay, all right. How many of you in the chat right now, judging me, are older than I am? I'm just asking. I'm not playing the I'm older than you, so I'm smarter than you card either. I'm playing the I've experimented more than you, so I'm better than you card. I'm fucking better than you. I'm fucking better than you. Faithless, you missed it. Faithless, I'm older than you. So we got a couple. And yeah, not many. See? 82? You ain't 82. Yes, and some of you have gotten so old, you just set in your ways and you don't know how to change. So you're just like, he's wrong. See, it's great. I can play either side of the age card. Drove past some maple syrup farms yesterday. It's insane. Thousands of trees with buckets on them. Best was the surgical tribe connecting all the into one big vat. Well, They drain all the. I've seen them up here because we do have maple trees around here where people tap them and they hang the bucket from. By the way, those are gross. Those are fucking nasty. There's a reason that shit has to be boiled down. But Faithless says pot, kettle, black. I'm white. What? I can ignore things. Only listen to monkeys sometimes, like with mint chocolate. No, man, mint chocolate is disgusting. That's nasty as fuck all. Anyway. Oh man, Mick Jagger's trending now because of that story. Mick Jagger had to take a couple days off, Jack, because he's old. He's old. He ate peanut butter and jelly with it made the wrong way, and he had to take a day off. These Catterday cats are ready for the weekend. Oh, let's talk about this unholy bullshit. Hang on, let me find this one because I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Now, this is actually a video, so I want to stop it in the right place. There we go. I saw this on the Twitter machine yesterday. This is Elizabeth Warren getting ready to shake hands with a dog.
Does the dog pee on her?
No.
Damn it.
However, I don't know how well you can see it, but this dog is not wearing an outfit. Can you see this got some colors on his belly there?
Aw.
Oh.
It's in a fucking baby carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make those now.
It's a goddamn dog.
No, they have animal specific ones.
Like when monkey's brain explodes.
It's a fucking dog.
It's a fur baby, monkey. A fur baby.
They have twice as many legs as you do. It's even easier for them to walk. It's a fucking dog. Put it on the ground. Jesus fuck. That fur baby shit, man. Oh, don't get me started, Jack. Campbell, thank you so much. Who says gay? I agree. You do not. Okay, look. If you want to, call him your little fur baby, that's cute. Fine, do what you think. They're not a baby. It's a dog or it's a cat. Mischief says there's a bunch of people who bring in dogs and carriers to the Walmart I work at. I'm not surprised. Why?
Because these people are sad and lonely and they don't want to be adults.
It's a goddamn dog. I mean, for fuck's sake. You can love your dog without carrying it like a baby. Yes, exactly.
You can if you're a normal, rational person, but if you're an insane woman who hasn't had enough babies and her biological clock is running out or her eggs are drying up and dying, then it's another story.
Angry.
Then you go crazy.
Well, yeah, but see, here's the problem. It's not just all the old, because this woman's a little old looking, so maybe she's got that I miss my kids kind of thing. Still, it's a fucking dog. But I see so many, I'm sorry to use the word millennials, doing this shit with their dogs, man, or their cats. Like, these are my babies.
Yeah, it's a sign of mental instability to me. Like you're 5 steps away from hoarding and but thinking that like you have children that you don't, or stalking celebrities thinking you're married to them, crazy, like really crazy stuff. Being a sovereign citizen. Something.
Time out. Pincalo corrected me, says she's like 25. I would say she's probably early 30s. But yeah, she's not that old. She just dresses like a weird old lady. And
old enough for the Blonde's disease to be kicking in.
I feel bad for them dogs, man.
Yeah, they're substitutes for her uterus failures.
Do you see the way that carrier's holding that poor dog? If it has genitals at all, it's having a bad time. My small dog rides on my power chair so I don't run his short ass over again. That's a safety thing. Do you have a car seat for it? Where you like buckle it in so it doesn't get hurt if you slam into something? Because if you're treating it like a child, do they put these things in like cribs at night?
For bikes, they have the little tent things that you can pull along with you, like child carriers, but they're specifically for animals. So, yeah, there's all kinds of goofy shit.
It's a dog. She ate the testicles. Jesus. I just, oh my God. People, you don't need a dog carrier. They got 4 fucking legs. 4 of them. At least that dog is loved. Would you rather them be chained up in the backyard and abused? We don't have to go to either extreme. You know what? I bet that dog would be happier running around in a fenced-in yard rather than being carried around by this crazy bitch. Monkey, ever heard of a dog bed? I don't have a problem with dog beds. I mean, that's just a little pillow you put on the floor for the dog. And a lot of times that's going to save furniture and stuff. Our big ass dog, he had a big old thing and his ass would sleep on the couch and he wouldn't do it while we were up. He would wait till we go to bed and he'd crawl his ass up on the couch and sleep. And the only reason I know that is because I caught him one night. Oh, fucker.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. He was a sweetheart though. He was dumb as fuck, but beautiful, big old dumb dog. That man is sad. Yeah, guys, I'll throw the link in the chat here so you guys can watch the actual video. She's with a dude and everything. But that dog, man, that poor dog. Yeah, look at this guy try to hug his wife or his girlfriend or whatever she is. That or it's a handler trying to get her like crazy lady with dog, crazy lady with dog. My neighbor is an avid walker with her dog, and when she's sick, she pulled her in a little wagon. When the dog was sick or she was sick?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Okay. If the dog is sick, isn't putting it like, you're going outside anyway, motherfucker. That seems a little mean. And let the dog rest inside. Baby strollers for animals are worse. Yeah, I've seen that too. I feel like we're missing something in this society and desperate to get it back, and we'll do whatever the fuck we can. We're trying way too hard.
It's called freedom, monkey.
It's not freedom, it's stupidity. And look, you know what? You're free to do it, and I'm free to fucking judge you for it. What is that?
It's an orthopedic bed for a dog.
I'm sorry. Orthopedic memory foam pet bed.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. The things people would rather have than money. Yeah, dog will sleep on the floor. Ever hear anybody? Hold on. Yes, Jack, I have. Ever hear anybody refer to their grand puppies? Yeah. That is sad.
Yeah, see, if you don't like your money, feel free to give it to me or Monkey or Dax. We'll be glad to take it.
And I will spend it on something better than a goddamn dog stroller.
I will treasure it.
If you give Monkey $1,000 for Christmas, I'm sure he'll send you a card.
I would do that.
Yeah.
$1,000 get you a card from me. No monkey.
One payment.
Oh, dog beds that are like yours and mine. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. I hadn't seen those yet. So kind of like a toddler bed thing for dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck them. It's fun to me to be talking about this story when we were just talking about people who make $500,000 and can't seem to make it last through the end of the year.
Well, when you're dumb, it's hard to hold on to things.
Yeah. Oh man. I wish I had the problem of only having $7,000 at the end of the year. with 18,000 or with 36,000 in savings, by the way. Monkey's life advice: sell your fur babies for big money. Oh, look, I love animals. I do. My cat, man. I love my cat. And if I could take care of a cat, I would have one right now. But my cat slept with me. He actually would curl up with me like a teddy bear. You know, all those antisocial cats. He was not one of those. He was a snuggler.
Those kind of cats are the best cats.
So I loved my cat, but I never referred to him as my baby. I called him my buddy because he would come hang out with me wherever I was, whenever I needed him. But it's not like It's not like I thought I had sex with his mom and made him. I always wonder about that. This is my fur baby. Did you sleep with his dad? Because I've heard about that. I've never seen it, but I've heard about people who do that. There's people out there. I just realized we sang for a youngin earlier. I hope they're not still listening. Oops.
Sorry, Vincent.
Why?
RJ's anniversary right now. Who's RJ? Which RJ?
RRJ?
Our RJ?
I know he streamed.
I'm you're absolutely I encourage you to watch it, just not right now. Watch it in about an hour. Wait, how long have we been going? I have no fucking idea.
Oh, about an hour and fucking 50 minutes.
Oh, really? That long?
Just about.
Oh, well, I just invited P Dog, so I'm not gonna end it that fast. Because usually I try to keep this at 2 hours, especially on a day like this where I'm actually probably gonna be doing 2 Monkey in the Mornings in one awake period, because I'll be doing tonight's also. So yeah, I got God. This is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have 6 hours of streaming to do after this. It'll just be much later. Monkeys, so adopted kids aren't real children? No, they're real children. But they're actually kids. P Dog, how you doing, my friend?
You and your damn jelly. What's wrong with jelly? Good God.
I feel like that you guys are just doing it wrong, and if you followed my way, if you did it my way, then you'd be happier.
I've done it both ways, but
I've heard that about you.
Yeah, well, the hell is that supposed to mean?
You walked into a bitch, it's your fault.
So, all right, I don't want to bring this conversation backwards, but the jelly slides all over the peanut butter. You can spread it evenly on the other piece of bread. That's all I'm gonna say. Unless you're a retard with a knife.
Here's what I want you to do.
Maybe you should. Maybe you know what?
Hang on.
Maybe you should live in Great Britain, and they should take the knives away from you.
Next time you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, don't cheat. Jelly your bread. Take a picture of it. I want to see how evenly spread it is.
I just, as a side note, I just came up with the name of my autobiography thanks to P Dog. Retard with a knife.
Nice. Monkey, you haven't been dirty enough yet. The stream is monetized. We only briefly talked about titties today.
Talked about cow titties.
No, I mentioned my wife's titties too.
Well, that's your wife, though.
And how much I like them. Florida man accused of killing 2, eating man's face, believed he was half dog, half man, doctors say.
Cool.
Oh,
sounds like he needs a dog bed.
Ha.
That's what I was thinking too.
do you think his mom has? I think his mom has a dog that she refers to as her baby, so he thought they were like mixed.
When he goes to jail, he spends half of his sentence in a kennel.
A former college student accused of fatally attacking a husband and wife in their Florida home and gnawing on the man's face believed he was half dog, half man, a forensic psychologist said in a mental health report. Austin Haroof, 22, has been charged with killing John Stephen III and his wife Michelle Michon at their home in Martin County. Investigators said that during the attack, he bit Stephen's face while making growling noises. The couple was beaten and stabbed in the bizarre attack. Why? Well, why? He just did it? Did they like? What triggered him?
He's crazy. He's got rabies.
But this was in their home, so how'd he get in?
Through the dog door?
You're an ass. Dude, bit their face. See, they said gnawed on his face, and in the rest of it is like he bit it. Okay, that's still weird, but that's not the same as gnawing on it. When I think gnawing, I think, a dog with a chew toy just
Yeah. Well,
not just one bite. Dog man isn't a legend in Michigan anymore. Isn't just a legend in Michigan.
No, he moved down to Florida, apparently.
Got a summer home.
Yeah. Man, you better hope no other legends spring up. If you live in Florida, you got enough problems.
Oh, wait, hang on. I want to read this next paragraph. Wow. The fact that Mr. Haruf, however you say his name, persisted in biting the male victim in the presence of police officers, in spite of being shot, being tased, and receiving multiple kicks to the head, suggests that he was actively psychotic. The doctor.
Gee, you think?
Or he was a zombie.
The zombie dog man. Oh boy, good job, Florida.
You know, I mean,
I might
maybe they
be
should have
with
shot
him.
him in the head.
Look, most of the time they use the crazy defense. I don't believe him. But this dude was still biting this man after he'd been shot.
Bad dog.
He was really hungry.
Fuck. What was he? Well,
Slows you part pit bull,
I want to know what was in his system.
kibble. And bits.
Yeah, I want to know what he was on, because that, I mean, getting shot and just being psycho. Those, I mean, yeah, I think he was on something.
Sounds like a PCP case to me.
Doesn't it?
Really?
Oh my God. Everybody keeps tagging me in this, and I thank you. But so you guys know, I have seen it. I'm going to throw it into the chat for y'all. Bam. It's some midgets dancing. It's not left cheek and right cheek, but some midgets dancing.
Oh, not this. Is this the?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's her. Oh
Yep.
my God.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Seen her around a lot.
Just this tweet I've seen all day. It's a hell of a cigar, though.
Yeah.
There's midgets. That's why.
When the second midget came in, I actually thought it was like a 10-year-old girl or something. Like, they're not going to let that kid smoke, are they? And like, oh, that's a fucking midget. That's not a midget to me. That's just a small person. I need my midgets to be midgets.
Yeah, I think
Arms.
I think the regular sized woman has ass implants too. It's really boxy.
Boxy,
Yeah.
but good.
No,
When I first saw it, I
No.
actually thought that was Miley Cyrus. Wait a minute.
which one?
Is there more than one?
No,
She has the Hannah Montana wig on. That's what I thought. Midget porn. What a surprise monkey would want to share. No, that's not midget porn.
It's lewd at best.
Yeah, they're in bathing suits dancing. Well, there's two girls and then the other one's wearing a dress. That's not porn. It's just some weird shit.
It looks suspiciously like the beginning of porn, though.
I'm not going to deny that, although I've never seen porn before.
Okay.
I've only read about it
Okay.
in picture books. I'm not even sure where to go. We've talked about that. There's a picture of a dog rolling off a couch here, or a video, and it's cute. No, stop putting clothes on your fucking animals. Stop it. It's weird. Not even for Halloween. Stop it. I know that's going to upset some people. My dog actually likes his coat. Your dog thinks you're an asshole. He told me. That was strange and yet arousing. Is that weird? No, all you need, that is a proper response to seeing female midgets. It should be like, I wonder how far in I could get. Talk about Trump's new executive order. Which one? The one with the college? Where colleges can't violate free speech, which, by the way, they weren't supposed to be doing anyway. If they're accepting federal funding, they are. Federal colleges that take federal money are bound by the terms of the Constitution. They have to follow it, or that shit gets taken away from them. So they were supposed to be doing that anyway, if that's the one you're talking about. Trump intervenes in case of Navy SEAL charged with murder. Ooh. Move to better jail conditions. All right. If he's a murderer, though, I mean, that's the one thing when they talk about veterans, because hey, vets, my hat is off to you. You guys have done something I could not, and I appreciate it more than I can say. But people throw that out all the time, like that means somebody cannot be a shitbag when they get done with their service. Like this asshole who did the the GoFundMe with that bitch. I gave her my last $20 so she could get gas. That guy, he's a military vet. Like, okay, so he's a military vet, but he's also a shitbag. It's not a veil that gets you out of everything. Yeah, just throwing that out there. Weebo, how you doing, sweetie? You better be resting today. That doesn't mean you have to lay in bed all day, but take it easy.
Yeah,
Stay away from knives.
Jim says vets can be shitbags while they're serving too. That's true. That's true.
So, not to change the subject, but
Yes.
did you hear about this story on the Garfield phones?
Yeah, that's pretty
I
funny.
did. Real quick before Tyrone says, I thought they ripped him off. No, Tyrone, you're way behind the story. It turns out they were in cahoots. It was a plan to raise money on a GoFundMe so they could all just share it. It was fraud. Anyway, yeah, the Garfield phone.
30 years they've
Yeah.
been washing up on shore in France.
Parts of Garfield phones have been washing up on a beach in France, as P Dog just said, for the last 30 years, and they finally figured out why. Ooh, Weebo's about to get wet and naked, y'all.
Ooh.
Just throwing that out there for those of you who need a moment to yourselves after hearing such a thing.
Don't draw attention to little bro like that.
What? Look, she's a beautiful woman. People are going to think, hey, I'm helping them help them.
Oh my god.
Oh, if I may, Weebo, don't hop in the shower. You're injured enough. It's a definite fall then. Step
Yeah.
in slowly.
Besides, you're a woman. I thought y'all all took baths. Go take a bath with some essential oils and a bath bomb in it. Do you think Muslims are allowed to use bath bombs?
They have suicide bath bombs.
I was trying to think of something better than suicide bath bomb, but there really is.
There really isn't.
Why? Why?
Wait, I didn't actually break skin last night, just so we are aware. I just poked myself with a knife where my appendix was. Woman.
But why?
Sinatra, I can attest showers can be dangerous. I almost died in one. Jesus fuck.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Sinatra, I love you, man. I've made jokes about his stroke, and you can always hear in the background, like, he knows. He had it. I mean, what are you going to do? Not laugh about shit like that? It was an accident for a bit on SideQuest. Okay.
I won't have you committed if you keep this up.
Yeah, you keep
Stop
having
it.
a lot of accidents.
So yeah, the Garfield phone thing comes from a container of them that was being shipped that apparently something happened to the ship, and the container got wedged in a weird spot in this little cove that you can only see at low tide. Yeah, we read that story last night. That was awesome.
I just think, for someone who's at that beach often, and every time they go there, a Garfield phone washes to shore.
That would have been
You'd be like,
great.
What the hell is going on here?
No, it'd be great if it happened to that weird remote tribal island by India where no one's allowed to go. And they start building shrines to Garfield because every now and then one of these things comes up, and like maybe they coincidentally have a good season that time, right around that time, like, lots of fish. So they start equating this weird cat phone with good fishing days.
That would make a great comedy movie.
I'd watch
Somebody
that.
Somebody running across this tribe. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, some like 8-year-old kid wearing a Garfield t-shirts. Now they're God.
Sinatra says, you got to laugh about dark shit, otherwise it's serious. Yeah, I've been laughing at dark. At my mom's memorial service, I was cracking jokes, man, and it was to keep the tears down, my friend. You got to have fun. And if people aren't telling jokes at my funeral, I'm going to haunt the fuck out of them. I'm going to come back and haunt them with Garfield phones.
And pebbles.
Sinatra says there's already a movie like that called Ace Ventura. No, sir. Don't do that. Ace Ventura was a great movie. Ace Ventura 2 sucked balls, and that's the one you're talking about. The gods must be kitty. Yeah. Anyhow. Jesus. Oh, so P-Dog, how you been, man? We haven't talked in a little while.
Hey, I've been well. Just doing my thing every morning. We run through Twitter trends every day. And
Yeah, how's your show going, man?
It's glorious. I've just completed my 55th episode, and it's going fine. We're starting to add guests on Fridays, and it's been fun getting a regular crowd coming in, and it grows a little bit every day. And my subscribers have tripled since I started, so that's interesting.
Monkey, do you want your ashes placed in a cup of noodles? No, I want my. In all seriousness, they I don't know if they still do it, but there used to be a company in California that would put your ashes in a firework and shoot that shit over the Pacific Ocean. That's what I want. Go out with a bang. Monkey is going to stream his wake. I wouldn't have a problem with if they did that. Everybody gets so down at funerals, and it is. I mean, there is the sad part, but there's. I mean, don't just be sad. At that point, you start calling them fur babies.
Lady Boomer has told me that if she passes before me, that she wants her funeral to be a big party.
Yeah,
and she wants us to play Spirit in the Sky.
Nice,
awesome.
So
let's see, what else do we have going on out in the world today? There was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, I want to talk about Brexit. And I know that's a weird thing for us to be talking about. However, as Americans, I feel we have we have something to say about this. And I've thought this since I first saw the whole Brexit argument and the Remainers. The Remainers piss me off, and here's why. America lost a whole bunch of our young men liberating Europe, making sure those dude, wrong account, making sure those nasty Germans were kept in their little shithole of a country. Sorry, Germans. And now you have people actually out there going, we shouldn't leave the EU. What are we going to do without them? We could have saved a whole bunch of lives and just let Germany take over their whole fucking place.
That's one of my favorite arguments ever, are people getting mad about like, oh, they're all wearing burqas. Everyone there is wearing a hijab. Well, at least they're not speaking German. Shut up. How dumb.
You've done politically what Hitler couldn't do with force. Meanwhile, a whole bunch of people died over it. And you can't have the balls to go, you know what? We can govern ourselves.
That's the thing I don't get. Why would you want a separate government governing you? I mean, it's like...
I'll tell you why. Pussies. They're pussies.
They are definitely pussies. I mean, we've known the British are pussies since Irate Bear made his channel.
They didn't used to be. This is they were the British Empire, for fuck's sake.
They quite literally ruled most of the world.
Yes. And now they're like, oh, we can't do it by ourselves. And not all, not all. There's a lot of people out there fighting this shit. I am talking about the Remainers here. You fucking pussies.
Now, see, the whole Western civilization has gotten to where they hate themselves. They have bought into this idea that they are inferior, or that they've done so many atrocious things that they don't deserve to be in charge anymore of their own countries, let alone anything else. They don't deserve to innovate anymore. We need to punish that. It's self-loathing is what brought us to this point.
Well, innovation and racism is racist. Didn't you know that? I sent you the executive order thing I was talking about.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I saw a headline on this and meant to read it, I think yesterday. Trump signs executive order to prepare for EMP attack.
Finally.
Donald Trump issued a executive order on Tuesday directing the federal government to prepare a coordinated response plan in the event of an electromagnetic pulse attack. The order described the enormous damage such an attack could cause and noted the U.S. government currently lacks a coherent plan of action for responding to one. What is that?
That seems like something you might need considering all the nuclear powers who don't like us.
Yeah, and not to mention terror organizations, anything like that. I
Or
mean,
just a solar flare.
yeah.
Okay, am I the only one hearing a train?
Yeah,
Nope.
it's in my background.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm just making sure, man, because I take drugs, you know.
That's the Ocasio-Cortez train.
Yeah.
Oh dear God,
I think that's a. Never mind.
that's a different kind of train that left DNA all over a bar. God damn it.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you said it and I didn't.
Well, yeah, I've made a few references to her DNA in that bar. I want to
Well,
see. Send in CSI. I bet her DNA is in her bathroom in places it shouldn't be.
That's going to come up someday. Some guys could say, "Hey, remember what we did in that bar?"
I wonder if that hasn't happened already. Anyway, because she's not smart and she was a bartender. I'm not saying dumb bartenders are whores. I'm just saying some dumb bartenders are whores.
Most dumb bartenders are whores.
Hey. Oh, wait. I guess I wasn't dumb, but I was a bartender. For
And
long
you're a
time.
hoe.
Where did they run a train on you in the bathroom?
No.
I like that you had to pause there.
No.
Like, wait, did they?
I
can't remember after that blue drink. Now, real quick to the seriousness of the EMP thing. An EMP attack, that would be devastating to us. And it wouldn't take much for us to prepare for that. All we have to do is have backup systems in place ready to go.
Yeah, they need to harden the grid and create backup systems because transformers can take up to a year to design, not the robots in disguise, the ones that run the electricity. So they should have some backups on hand in case of emergency, even if it's just natural disaster.
Did I miss part of this conversation? What the bloody hell are you talking about?
Electromagnetic pulse.
That's what. Yeah, if there's an EMP attack, it'll take out the transformers and stuff. It blows your electricity. That's the problem.
Yeah, it fries any circuitry that's.
I thought the Decepticons took out all the Transformers.
You know, I'm sorry. I was kind of relating this to what you normally talk about in your own channel, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, this isn't the comic book Transformer.
Okay.
Honest to God,
confuse people.
When we were little,
because also you're good at telling nonsensical stories, and so
that is true
like,
too.
Okay, which part was this coming from?
When we were little and Transformers first came out, we asked our mom for Transformers for Christmas, and she's like, "No," and she said it like that. I'm like, "That's a weird reaction to asking for a toy." And after talking to her, she thought we wanted a Transformer, like would be hanging from a pole, or like, no, mom, no, the little toys. And instead, we got GoBots because we were poor.
GoBots suck.
When I was a kid, my buddy Mike got some Transformers, and his mom threw them out of the house because she thought they were demonic.
Some of them do look a little demonic.
Well, they had evil spirits in them, and she had to do a cleansing ritual in the house. And his life was awful for like 6 weeks. It was great. We gave him so much shit for it.
But I think Trump's making the right decision with that executive order.
Oh, yeah.
That is a truly terrifying thing.
Yeah, like 90% of the population will die without the ability to move food.
You know what's truly terrifying about this is it's taken this long. This has been something they've been warning about for decades.
Yeah, they did a couple of big studies on it, even as recent as like 2001, and they still haven't done anything about it.
Remember when Obama signed that order to get ready for zombies?
Oh, yeah.
Cool and hip, and no one gave him shit for it. But people are calling Trump's. It's in the article. I read the whole thing last night. People were calling it a mythical and non-existent threat.
Well, they're idiots who don't pay any attention to national security
or how this stuff works. Let's see. Other publications dismiss the EMP threat as mythical or mere science fiction, even though the phenomenon of electromagnetic energy from a nuclear detonation interfering with electronics and power transmission systems is far better established than climate change, which many of these same publications vehemently insist is not mythical at all and must be fought immediately at unlimited costs and money. Yeah, this is look, whether it would be that bad, we don't know because we haven't suffered it. We should definitely be ready. We do know EMPs can cause problems.
Yeah,
Whether
one hit the U.S. in like 1902 and screwed up all the telegraph lines, and there was a more recent one that hit Russia in Siberia, but nobody really knows how it affected the towns there because the Russians aren't telling.
yeah,
Like, it's an actual natural disaster potential because of solar flares, not to mention nuclear explosions done in the atmosphere above us would wipe out our entire electrical grid.
Yeah.
If one went off over Iowa or Nebraska, it would affect everybody from everybody that isn't a coastal city. I think the only one that would be spared, maybe Maine, maybe. That's how big of a range it has.
Yeah, there's an Iranian theory that they were using as an attack plan against the U.S. that they wanted to launch 3 nuclear weapons, one over the eastern seaboard, one in the Midwest, and one over the West Coast at different intervals to make sure that it covered the entire country and destroy all the power and send us back to effectively the 1800s.
So their time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, the more equal footing.
Thank you, Diesel Dave. Donation with no message there. I appreciate it.
Air Force One has a built-in Faraday cage. That's how serious of a threat it is.
Well, I just want to point out what Jack was talking about there when he said launch or detonate or launch a missile. The idea of EMP attack with a nuclear missile is exploding it in space, not actually hitting us anywhere.
Yeah, you just have to do it in the upper atmosphere or in just above the atmosphere in space. Like, you don't even need that high tech of a rocket to do that. You can do that with 1940s technology.
Yeah.
So,
Corey, thank you. Didn't Obama talk about weapons of mass destruction?
Disruption?
God damn it. Yes, he did. This has been talked like literally for decades. They've been talking about this. And as Jack said, they've done studies. And again, we don't know how bad it would be depending on how they struck, but it will cause disruption at the very least. And we should be ready for that because we live on electricity.
yeah, if your computer's ever been hit with a power surge, think of it like that. It would basically fry your stuff. And although there is some shielding in modern cars because of all the electronics in them, imagine most of the cars on the road do not run anymore. How are you going to get food? Because almost everything is trucked in. How are you going to get fuel? Because eventually your gas station's going to run out and you won't be able to pump anything through the pumps at the gas station. So
if your car has an onboard computer, it won't run.
Yeah, anything after I think it's 1985 is going to be affected by an EMP pulse, whether it's a solar flare, a nuclear weapon, or just a dirty bomb suitcase EMP type device. So you have the chance, if something like that does happen, unhook the battery to your car and then hook it back up 10 seconds later, and it might reboot your system enough for the vehicle to run, but you won't know how fast you're going or anything like that.
Well,
survival.
You're
welcome.
You won't have water.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be no grid.
Yeah, which means hospitals won't be able to run effectively. They'll be running like they did back in the 1800s with oil lamps and things like that. Anesthetics are going to run out really quick. The population cannot sustain itself with the number of medical and emergency professionals who won't be able to communicate with each other. Imagine the cops not being able to radio back to dispatch to find out information. It's going to be the wild, wild west. And people will literally be dying all over the place because you can't get medication. You can't get a doctor to help you. You can't call emergency services. One fire at one house with no bucket brigade is going to wipe out an entire neighborhood.
Kids will really wish they paid attention in adulting class.
True story.
As much as your electronics and stuff would go out, the inability to communicate, just your simplest things in life, water, gone. Texas has its own power grid, which is great. Thank you, Diesel Dave, who said that. And Cryptic, that's why we need guns.
Texas can have its own power grid, but it's just as fried as the regular power grid.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with us preparing for this. Of all of the things that you're going to bitch about Trump doing, this is it? Really?
Yeah, this is actually a practical thing in case there is a solar flare. Solar flares hit the world all the time. They're just not a coronal ejection like you get about every 12 years. Eventually, one of those is going to hit us. So it's better to be prepared for the disaster. I mean, this is like saying, why are they building that levee in New Orleans? That's stupid.
Well, you know what makes me laugh about this? I guarantee you the publications bitching about this had no problem bitching about Y2K, which anybody who knew anything about computers was like, this is a joke, man. This is a money-making scheme.
Yeah, why I remember that.
It was a money-making scheme. Their whole thing. Well, computers built before 1980 didn't have the ability to go into 100 years. Like, shut up. Thank you, Diesel Dave. There'd have to be multiple EMPs. Well, yeah. As Jack said, they were, what was that, the Iranians?
Yeah.
Yeah, their plan was to hit the U.S. with 3 different attacks. But having redundancy is that would require almost double systems, which is kind of insane in today's world. Not necessarily. You're not even necessarily talking about frying all the wiring, depending on where it is, blah, blah, blah. The biggest part is going to be like Jack said, your transformers. Those are going to need something to like either quickly replace those or quickly fix them.
Yeah, you're going to have to move the electricity from a power plant to the people, and you need transformers to do that. They're expensive and require a long time to make because they have to be basically made by hand. So get a few of those as backups, put them in a vault somewhere underground where they'll be nice and safe in a big Faraday cage, and boom, not an issue. And they'll still be there if you need it.
Yeah, it's just how dare you try to set up a redundancy plan for our fucking power grid, man? Seriously, we would be fucked without power. Everything you do has power.
Yeah, it's more out of ignorance, I think, and a little bit of maliciousness, but people don't seem to understand how electricity works anymore.
Kingslayer Damocles, thank you. Electricity is the force. I saw that in Return of the Jedi.
Use the Force, Luke. Use the Force.
Yeah. This is a serious threat because an EMP device is easy to build, and terrorists could easily build one from even a crappy Radio Shack if they're still around, and go out and take out a city block. Well, if enough of those are coordinated, that's a real problem, especially if they do it near a substation or something like that. So that's a genuine threat to the grid that it could cause a catastrophic cascade effect where everything starts falling apart. You remember in, 2005 when the Eastern Seaboard went down because of one device in New York?
Yeah.
I mean, it took one piece of equipment to fail to put the entire Eastern Seaboard in a blackout for a couple days. Now imagine that for 9 months, a year, because it could take a long time to replace any of this. And if somebody's got nefarious plans, let's say China, Russia, whatever, they could easily attack us further after doing that because they just wait a few months till the chaos starts to really get a bunch of people killed, then invade or economically take over or whatever their plan is. There's a lot of nefarious things that can happen here.
If we couldn't get it fixed within 6 months, we'd look like Somalia.
Yeah.
Cryptic, thank you. I'm an EE, and trust me, nothing is shielded now. I'm
electrical engineer.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I know what his job is, so anyhow. I think Beto O'Rourke just came out for paying for abortions with federal money. Beto O'Rourke just tweeted out, universal health care means everyone gets primary care, mental health care, and universal care also means that every woman makes her own decisions about her own body.
I am so sick of abortion arguments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's some profound choice. No, it's not profound. You're not special. You're an apartment building for the baby. Stop acting like you're just this amazing being.
As
If
an
you wanna-
amazing being, I demand appropriating my culture.
I've never heard that argument before.
If
You're
you
in a
want to kill your baby,
apartment building.
kill your baby, bitch. But don't act like you're doing something profound.
Yeah, well, they've turned that into a you're right, a profound experience. They keep pushing that. 1 in 4 women will have an abortion in her lifetime. Not if she doesn't have one. They make it sound like it's some disease you're gonna get. Like 1 in 4 women will get breast cancer or whatever the stat is for that. That's something that, okay, that's something we can talk about that maybe we need to look at for healthcare reasons. 1 in 4 women having an abortion just means 1 in 4 women are making really fucking bad decisions. They're getting banged in bathrooms they shouldn't be. They're not using. How come it's never about their choice before they get knocked up?
It's always the men's fault, monkey.
I know. Weibo says, keep your legs closed, and suddenly that number goes down. Well, that number is bullshit to begin with. We've actually cut the number of abortions in this country by almost 1 million since, I think it's 2006. So in 12, that's great progress because at the very least, we need to get back to the rare part. Do you remember when it was supposed to be rare? Safe and rare. Now it's like, I had an abortion. Look at my new t-shirt that says it. I'm proud of it. They're actually proud of it. What the? That's not, oh God. It's not something to be proud of. It's like being proud of your hangover.
Well, I mean, be proud of his hangover.
Or 1 woman will have 4 abortions. Look, it's a bullshit stat, and it's made to normalize it. That's why they throw that stat out there. But I mean, if it's happening to a quarter of the population, well, obviously it's a normal thing. It's not. It is something you have to have done.
And they never talk about all the problems after the abortion.
Well, Sinatra, there are none. It empowers you.
I knew this girl who had an abortion, and she became incredibly depressed afterwards.
Well, yeah, because they may again, and it's that part of it's going to get worse because they're making it sound almost like a grand thing everybody should be a part of, like Woodstock or something. And no matter if you call it a fetus or not, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. That's a baby.
Well,
And
instead of a fetus,
sucking it out.
can we call him a deadbeat tenant now?
Yes.
A vagabond?
It's a squatter. Yeah. There are women who can separate that. And that's also why we keep hearing it called a clump of cells. That's their newest one. It's just a clump of cells. It's, like cancer. You wouldn't feel bad if you had cancer removed, would you?
Remember when Planned Parenthood was caught selling the parts? I remember.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. If we believe in universal guaranteed high quality health care because we see the consequences to our fellow Americans who go without, then let us come together around a solution. Beto is trying hard, y'all. Beto's out there tweeting up a storm. By the way, this is how he apparently became so popular, was his tweeting ability.
Wasn't he just caught saying that he ate dirt or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
He did eat dirt. He ate special dirt, though. It was regenerative dirt.
Magic dirt.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Johnny Hellcat, thank you. I went to PP and all I got was this dead fetus. That's Planned Parenthood, y'all. Yeah. They don't even let you keep it. And sorry, I'd missed that. What did you just say, Sinatra?
I already forgot.
Damn it.
I'm trying to play Dark Souls. This shit's hard.
Oh, I saw that was on sale.
I Delta bought it for me a while ago, but man, I just can't even get past the first boss.
And if the wars we are already in don't have a definition of victory or strategy to win them and bring these service members back home to their families and their communities, well, we must put an end to them. You should tell that to all your friends in the DNC who were upset about removing troops from Syria.
Well, it's because it's bad for Israel, don't you know? Removing troops from Syria is really just going to affect Israel in a negative way. So that's why we have to keep our boys over there.
Let us not
Israel
only...
doesn't know how to fight their own wars.
Man, he is on he's like issued a whole campaign platform. He's finally done it. He's actually giving a speech here on Twitter that's gone on for the last 19 minutes. He is on a tweet storm. Let us organize this country around a historic effort to free this economy from a dependence on greenhouse gas emissions, invest in technologies and jobs and renewable energy that will speed this transition, and reassert our international leadership before it's too late.
Did you see what they said in France?
No.
That the National Guard is allowed to shoot any yellow vest protesters they deem unruly.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy over there.
It's getting nuts over there.
If you go look on Twitter, it's the #1 moment on my feed are the cops and the yellow vests fighting. Well, the cops beating the yellow vests.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And when we talk about combating climate change, it's important that this work ensures that every American benefits, including those poor and minority communities that have so often borne the brunt of climate change.
Oh, get the fuck out.
Oh, I'm so tired of hearing, the minorities most affected by everything.
We did an article on the Go last night where it's white people's diet inappropriately affects the environment for black people.
Disproportionate. Yeah.
I, as a minority, I got nothing. I just like starting the sentence that way.
I'm sorry, my love for iced coffee, it really fucks your life up.
It does. Poor P-Dog has been crying about it for a month. Sinatra and his damn coffee.
P-Dog, you got to start doing that when you go to like do innocuous stuff. Like as a minority, I'm going to go get gas right now.
I do that. But by the way, for those who normally watch my show in the morning, I do have my cup of reparations coffee in hand. It's tasty too.
Always Whitey's fault. No, we also read one.
It is.
On this show, we read the other day that white people are more responsible for using the energy that causes global warming. Something like that. Do you guys remember this story? What was it? It was something to the effect that because white people, basically because there's more white people cause more global warming.
But there's not more white people.
Oh, in the U.S.
But that's not the world.
But the U.S. is a white country. Like,
White-ish.
what do you expect?
It's whitish.
Mostly white.
We got a slight tan.
It's majority.
We got a tan.
Yes, we have.
As if all the black people and Mexican people and all the other cornucopia of other races in the United States don't use any energy.
Well, here's the thing.
And
Peter,
sorry, let me finish this thought real quick.
Sure.
And if you think about it, the white people, if they're so privileged and rich and everything, are probably using energy that's more efficient than the poor people who probably have a raggedy ass car that's belching smoke everywhere. So
no, I can prove it. I can prove it right now.
We host this off-white eggshell.
P-Dog, you're right now on the internet, right?
Yes, I am.
You're probably in a room with lights and a computer at least, right?
Well, yeah, only my computer's on though. The lights are off.
Okay, but still.
But yes, I'm using electricity.
Now, there are 4 white guys on here also using electricity. We are using 4 times the electricity of you. Therefore, we are 4 times more responsible for global warming. That is how they think. And with that, Dax, I'm going to put you in charge for a minute. I'll be right back.
You guys know what's going on in Nebraska?
No.
All 65 counties in the state are declaring a state of emergency because of the flooding.
I wasn't aware there was.
Oh, yeah, the Platte River pretty much spreads out everywhere there. Yeah.
They said there's almost 1 million dead calves in the state.
Damn.
It's gonna really affect beef prices in the soon. They have the National Guard out there dropping bales of hay for the cows that are stuck on islands.
Wow.
Effectively,
Holy crap.
Wow.
it is insane over in Nebraska. I didn't know anything about this until last night.
I didn't know anything until you mentioned it. So, wow.
Here, I'll put the article in the side chat. It's really, really worth it checking out. Let me see if I-
75 cities issue emergency declarations. It's bad. My mother and my nephew still live in Omaha, but it's not affecting them at all. But part of the entire, there's a highway to Interstate 29 going from like Fargo all the way down to Dallas, and a lot of that was closed because it was covered in water.
Yeah, I just I posted the link to the article I was looking at. It looks like the scene from a movie. All you can see are rooftops. Half of the highway is completely covered. Here, I'll put it in the chat too. This is absolutely insane.
I mean, off at Air Force Base is 3 feet deep in water. It's bad.
If you scroll down to the GIFs, it's
Whoa.
towards the bottom. It shows you the extent of the flooding along the Mississippi.
Here, I'll check yours.
It like
too.
quadruples out at least. It looks like it's taking up entire counties. Like it's absolutely insane.
Wow.
Here, I'll put the link to the tweet in the chat too if you guys want to check it out.
Oh, I wonder if that's. Oh man, I didn't know it's that bad.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Dude,
Fremont, that's just west of where my mom lives.
It's really bad. And nobody's talking about it. If you want to keep using climate change as a cudgel for your fucking your platform, the Democrats do, this is the perfect example of some insane climate effects happening, but it happens in middle America, so no one gives a shit.
Yep. And this is all, and it's it's due to snow melt and ice and then the rainfall that happened after the snow melts because we had record snows there. I mean, I was just down there a few weeks ago or before the floods. It's all due to the snow melt. Oh, well, is the snow? Of course, then they'll say, well, the snow is because of climate change. Well, it's not like we've never had snow in Nebraska before. We had record snows in 1971 also.
So what you're saying is somehow this flooding was caused by the Russians.
Of course.
Yes, it's exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
Okay.
that in AOC, I mean, there are a ton of cows there that need to be taken out for the good.
Fuck them cows.
If you check that Twitter link I put in the YouTube chat, it shows you the before and after pictures from satellite images.
Oh yeah, I remember a story about this. That the flooding could be seen from space. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of flooding.
It's literally like quintupling the size of the river.
This isn't actually
Wow.
that unusual. I mean, it's unusual, but I remember when we went to visit my wife's grandma, 15 years ago now. We were driving through Illinois, and there was just nothing but water as far as the eye can see, where there's usually cornfields. I mean, depends on the snowfall and where the water should go and isn't. Yeah, we'll be fine. They lost like, what was it, 30 cows per farm or something like that?
Over 1 million calves in the state.
Yeah, we have flooding where I
that
live
field.
too, but it's not like this. Holy shit.
By next year, they'll be telling us about droughts. Don't worry.
No, I don't know, man. They said this is the worst flooding they've ever had. The entire state, every county is in the state has declared a state of emergency.
But remember, we were supposed to not have any more water.
Again, this is on record. They always say the worst ever. It's on record. It's probably what wiped away half the Indians was a big flood. I'm just saying, a couple of mops could fix that. You know what? Look, it'll take a while for it to drain. It'll be fine. It will Your beef prices are going to go up, guys. Your food prices are going to go up a little bit for a while.
And it's happened in
John.
1993 too. There's someone here saying those of us who live along the Missouri River in Nebraska, Missouri, had much worse conditions in 93. The town of Herman, Missouri was inaccessible except by boat and was without power for a month. So it's not the first time there have been floods, but
Statewide,
in
I mean,
Nebraska it has. It's the worst, probably, but not along that river because it's I'm from there. It's floods a lot, kind of like the Minnesota River in Minnesota floods a lot.
It just blows my mind how nobody's talking about this just because it's happening in Middle America.
That is a surprise. I agree with you. I even and I'm in the Midwest, and I don't. Well, I'm in the other side of the Midwest, monkey. You're right. We're not hearing about this.
Well, here's the thing. AOC did tweet about it. She's talked about it a little bit because it's proof of global warming in her eyes.
Well, everything is.
Guys, this is a good time to remind you, Monkey in the Morning is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by sharing the link here, liking the stream. There's financial ways you can do it, or support the gentlemen who are on the panel here. That's Jack from Bad Comics Reviews, Dax O'Ryan, P Dog Knight, and of course, Sinatra Says.
Yo.
The most famous YouTube scientist.
Indeed, the most famous.
Speaking of supporting us, Circus Zero with 5 says, if a third world country uses its police/military force against its own civilizations, most of the first world condemn it. Now France authorizes live fire on its own civilians, and no one is condemning them for that order. That's fucking bullshit.
Well, they're not gonna condemn it because it's Macron doing it, and he's one of the good ones, according to the left. They'll never, ever, ever condemn it.
Well, if you've seen what has happened to them already, you know they're not going to condemn it if they just kill them. I mean, some of the police response to these guys. Now, look, I'm not on either team here. I'm not in France. First of all, I don't think rioting in the streets is a good way to get anything done either. But as an American, shooting protesters, really? No. The European spring is coming. Yeah.
That's what happens when your population is unarmed. The country's national guard just comes in and shoots you if they rule you unruly.
I really don't get that. Okay. Yeah, they're protesting so you can shoot them because if they're unruly. Wow.
No, I have no problem with stopping them from destroying property or anything like that. But everything I've seen, it's just been them standing. It's like, oh, shoot them with what was it they were shooting them with? They've already shot stuff at them, but it's not bullets like
beanbags, maybe.
It wasn't beanbags. It was something harder than that. But yeah, basically, beanbag gun. They dropped this one dude. He was trying to have his Tiananmen Square moment, like that kid who stopped the tanks. And so he walks up in front of the police, and they just pow and blasted his ass with something that sounded like a cannon. And yeah, he just went down like oof. And his friends came up and hit him so that they couldn't do it again. Like, is this the best way to get things done?
David Hogg is back in the news.
Oh God, what did Hogg do now?
What now?
He said, in the event I die from gun violence, publicize the photo after my death. #MyLastShot. And on his ID, it has, in the event that I die from gun violence, publicize the photo after my death. So he wants his death photo to be published, I guess.
All right. In the event he's
shot.
In the event he's
what about if he's stabbed? Are they going to lie and say he was shot?
Yeah.
Apparently, young Mr. Hogg doesn't understand the probability of him dying from gun violence. And that's, we're making our entire country scared of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Stop.
We read an article on Lords of the Night one night. This woman she actually said, when I'm shot by a man, when I'm killed by being shot by a man, and she actually says this, not if, but when she's convinced that she's going to die because a man is going to shoot her. And I have two thoughts here. One, that's very unlikely to happen. And two, maybe you should stop being a cunt. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, if you're worried somebody's going to shoot you, what are you doing that's going to cause people to shoot you? Yeah, her whole thing was, that's what men do. They kill women with guns. Like, that's not what men do.
I just realized I was muted.
Oh, hey, Jack, welcome back.
No, I've been here the whole time. I was like, why is everybody ignoring me?
Welcome back.
Have you seen some of the comments on Tulsi Gabbard's tweet?
I didn't see her tweet. What was her
Which
tweet?
tweet was that?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the sidebar now.
Sexy one.
She tweeted out, Mueller reported Trump did not collude with Russia to influence our elections. Now we must put aside partisan interests, move forward and try to unite our country and deal with the serious challenges we face. And the first response is, get the hell out of our party. No one's going to listen to you or vote for you. You're a waste of time and oxygen, you colossal bore. The next comment is, fuck off, pretend Dem. LGBTQ hating, Assad kissing wench. Too harsh, too bad.
Oof.
She's not winning any love in the Democratic Party. And she's probably because she's a little too reasonable, although she is definitely one of the progressive left, but because she doesn't go along with the Russia thing, she never has. And that she's I'm surprised that Krasenstein wasn't one of the first replies.
Yeah, good point.
Although
But
I have a different first reply.
Oh, wait. This one's a little further down. It says, goodness, have you seen the report? Also, can you speculate on why Russian propaganda outlets continue to push your candidacy? The fucking Russians are doing it again, y'all.
I remember on I think it was Colbert or one of those late night quote unquote comedy shows, they had her on and they're like, why do white nationalists support you? So like it's already done for her. Like they're already pushing this narrative that she's a white nationalist, LGBTQ hater, blah blah blah.
Well, the thing is, they don't even have to do this. She has no chance in hell, even before everybody started jumping on her. She's a representative. We don't elect those. We just don't. Sorry, guys.
Right.
If you're in the House, you need to get at least into the Senate if you want to be president. So they could have just ignored her and went about their business, but they are hating on this poor woman.
Yeah.
And look, I don't, she is progressive. She has a few things that align in like this where she's being reasonable. You know, the Mueller report says it's over. It's over. But
I mean, her number one thing is being anti-war.
Yes.
She's the anti-war left. And the anti-war left isn't necessarily in a love affair with the progressive left or the just regular old establishment Democrats.
Ginger Power says, who is this y'all are talking about? It's Gabbard. I don't know how you say it.
Tulsi Gabbard. She's from Hawaii.
Yeah, she's a House member from Hawaii, former vet. Well, she is a vet. Former was she in the Marines? I can't remember where she served, but yeah, she
was in Iraq.
She got a lot of attention for her congressional campaign. She ran it very well, and she was very popular at the time. And then they just started hating on her. Real quick, thank you, Circus Zero, because you need more Lunchables. I do, actually. I only have 2 left.
Thank you, Circus Zero. Comic book money. Yay.
Thank you for supporting the channel, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it.
There are a lot of people upset with me on Twitter right now because I made a joke about global warming hating Negroes.
Jesus.
Well, as a Negro, I'll personally let it slide, but I don't speak for all of the Black people.
Well, oddly enough,
I try, but it doesn't always work.
Most of the people commenting are not Negroes.
Okay.
The white brigade has come out to stand up for you, P-Dog.
Okay, well, good. By the way, subscribe to my channel if you're not already.
Yeah, stand up for the Negro.
Please stop saying Negro.
It's my favorite word. Look, my 2 favorite words to
it's
describe
negro.
whites and
Negro.
blacks is honky and Negro. Those are my favorite. I don't know why.
It's a painted man.
And the bad word is just a mispronunciation of it from the early days of the United States of America.
I just think it's funnier to say Negro. It makes me laugh, just like honky makes me laugh. Speak for yourself, honky. I do speak for myself. However, I can teach you to be a better you. I will help you help you. Oh God, man.
And I have literally heard the argument in a bar when drinking a Negro Modelo. That's so racist. People are stupid.
They are, man. People offended that the white man said something. Oh my God, I made a joke.
Yeah, know your place, monkey. Jeez.
I do know my place. It's offending people who are easily offended. They don't even make it a chore anymore. It's so easy to do. So guys, we're going to wrap this up soon. I feel like we need a funny story to wrap this up on. You know what we haven't done in a while? MITAM. That's our hashtag where you can send shit we'll ignore for a while over on the Twitter machine. Hashtag MITAM. There's got to be a funny one in here. Oh, you know what? This one isn't as funny as it is depressing. But we're going to end with this one. It comes from Jack, and it's actually one we read last night. So if you guys watched last night on Lords of the Night, just listen anyway. My voice is different. Women's rights. Man forced to allow ex to use sperm to get pregnant and then pay child support.
What?
Yeah. Thank you, Ginger Power. Have a little ramen money for entertaining me this Saturday afternoon. Thank you so much.
What the hell is that?
Dax.
I'll take your ramen money. Shit.
Just let it happen.
No.
For all we hear.
Oh, that was Dax groaning. I'm like, what the hell is that sound?
Dax groans anytime ramen's brought up.
Ramen? Hey, what's wrong with ramen?
No ramen.
Oh, God.
He's a ramencist.
I might have to just go buy some ramen today. Just thinking about that, I need some.
Ramen is life. For all we hear about women supposedly not having equal rights to men, it sure seems that in some cases, women have more rights than men. It's true. Women do not have equal rights to men. They have more. Case in point, an Arizona court recently ruled that a woman wanting to use her ex-husband's saved sperm to become pregnant outweighed the man's desire not to become a father. Guys, protect your sperm. I'm sorry to sound like a MGTOW here, especially a crazy MGTOW. Protect your sperm.
So, okay, let's see if I understand this.
Sure.
She can use his sperm against his will.
Yes.
And he has to pay her for her choice against his will. But he doesn't get a say in what happens with his body.
Yes. See, the
women
that part
want
of the
equality, just a little bit more equality, huh?
That part of the articles, the whole sperm part is a little bit misleading because what actually happened is here in 2014, Ruby Torres was diagnosed with bilateral breast cancer. She was told after chemotherapy she wouldn't likely be able to become pregnant. She and her then boyfriend decided to preserve some embryos so that she might one day be able to become a mother. So the embryos were already ready.
So the embryos.
But here's the thing.
But that's still half the embryo. It belongs to him.
This is true. And at the time they did this, they were dating, they got married, and then they got divorced. When they did this, they made up a contract that said that they would only use those embryos if both parties agreed. She admits to making this deal. It's all in writing. And the judge says, I'm not paying any attention to that. She can use those embryos. And yes, if she gets pregnant with his child, which this would be, he could be on the hook for child support.
Yeah,
let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as them bitches are out there complaining about autonomy over their body and their choice. Right-wing BDSM guy asked me what's my favorite flavor of ramen. It is beef, yo. Beef is best.
Circus 0 for 5. Money for fuel for the fire sword. It's funny because I actually bought Rosnall yesterday. Thank you.
Aw, Circus Zero hit me too for 5 coffee money.
Circus
Cool.
Man today.
Yeah,
You are-
Circuit Zero, you're the shit. You're my favorite person
You're
in the chat
awesome.
right now.
Yes,
love
thank
you.
you.
Even better than my girlfriend. Because she just takes my money and doesn't give my card back.
I hope she's doing things for you that Circus is not. But I'm nobody's judge. Yeah, but so guys, your sperm can be used against. We've seen this before, though. Actually, there was a woman who admitted to jacking a guy's sperm that he had no intention of getting her pregnant. She actually, I believe, poured it out of a condom, got herself pregnant, and he was on the hook for child support.
I've seen a few pornos like that.
Adonis Paul, thanks for entertaining me during my workout. Thanks for watching, bud. How you doing, AP? Are you supposed to be working out yet?
Probably
Be
not.
careful. Don't overdo it. And I'm sure you hear that shit all the time, but we want you around for a long time. And between Stroke Boy and Heart Attack, man, I want y'all to be careful.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Trying.
It's the dad and friend in me coming out. If I didn't like you guys, I'd be like, do what you want. Your sperm is worth, hey, your sperm is worth a lot. Don't let anyone use it. That's the thing. Men get screwed in this a lot. And again, in that case with the woman who she jacked his sperm. She didn't take it directly from the penis. I swear it was from a condom. The judge gave the opinion basically, if you didn't want to have a child, you shouldn't have sex. To a man. That's what men get told all the time.
I think we could start using that argument for abortions then. Huh?
You can't, because if you say that to a woman, you're the most misogynistic person anyone.
So what you got to do is take Ziploc baggies with you when you go out. So when you're done, put that condom in a Ziploc baggie and take it with you.
And set fire to it.
Happen.
Weibo says, no love for me. Hey, I yell at you all the time. I've done it more than I've yelled at anyone else. Be careful with yourself. I like my Weibo. Don't hurt her. But yeah, guys, so be careful with your sperm. That if you take nothing else away from this, be careful with your sperm.
Take your used condoms with you.
Yeah. Because otherwise, man, you can get fucked in this society because everything is tilted towards women, and do not let them tell you otherwise. MGTOW monkey. I don't want to be that way. I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. And then I hear shit like this. And it's like, why? And then to see Beto O'Rourke, a fucking presidential candidate out there talking about, we need universal abortions. You Beto bitch.
Is he still going, by the way? I'm gonna hit this real quick.
He was a couple minutes ago, man. This is a long.
He ended 21 minutes ago, but still.
Yeah,
this is a long thread. My God, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's how he's popular, man. He's the people's president.
He waves his hands around too much. He'll cause a war just by doing an accidental bad hand signal.
He's a fucking bitch. He's a beta bitch.
He'll be swinging his hand around, and some guy with his head on a button is going to go, "What did he just say to me?" Bad sign language mistakes.
I'm a hand talker, but at least my motions make sense. He's just this dude, man. If he's not on coke, I don't know what's with him. That dude's on coke. I'm saying it right now. They're going to find coke in his bloodstream.
He looks like he's directing traffic on 3rd and 5th in New York City.
I feel like somebody needs to call him out for that Mexican name when he's quite obviously whiter than me. That dude is so white, it hurts. But anyway, guys, we are going to wrap this up here because I do need to get about my day. Lady Monkey should be back from shopping soon. I'll have to help her. That means while she takes most of the bags upstairs, I'll take like 3. But I help, and that makes me feel good about myself.
He helps.
I do. And remember, I can help you help you. Chat, I would like to thank you so much for joining us this morning. The donations, I can't tell you how much I appreciate them. Thank you so much. Sinatra, anything you want to pimp out today?
Nope, not today. Oh, I put out a new video this morning. Go watch that shit.
There you go. Go watch Sinatra's new video. P-Dog, anything you'd like to pimp?
Sure. I'm on Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. GMT for those of you in other parts of the world. The morning night show. We're here every day, except for Saturday and Sunday. It's weekday show. Anyway,
Every
and I'll put it in the
weekday.
chat. There you go. There's my channel. Subscribe if you're not already.
Dax, you're up for pimping. What you got?
Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. I agree. And Jack, anything you'd like to pimp out this morning?
There's my channel link. Otherwise, it's about all I got.
I will be on this very channel in 7 hours, 9 p.m. Eastern time, guys, for Lords of the Night. And then we'll be over on 2 Cents Plus playing a video game. I'm not sure which one. I don't know what we're playing tonight. So tune in to find out. And with that, I'd like to thank Jack, Dax, P-Dog, and Sinatra. Everybody, have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.
Let us.
See ya.